like my name a lot.
This is Wilde and Tausch,
Wilde and Tausch.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Much you love the show. I gotta love you guys from one guy. Like, it was great. So thank you to everyone who supports.
Sounds like Jesse got a little some sugar last night too down at Ruth Chris.
I appreciate that you and I are on exactly the same page, because what I was about to say was no one got as much love as Jesse Nelson during the Barry Alvarez show, or as we like to call it, the Jesse Nelson show, featuring Barry Alvarez, Derek Engler, and Tarek Saleh edition. Can't wait for that story. On Wilde and Tausch, on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. A great alternative to Spotify. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. The most popular man at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is now in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. That's Jesse Nelson. And also in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. Is it cold in there? I always thought it was too hot in there. It is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. No, I just get kind of caught up, and it's a little rainy out. So, yeah, I think after this segment, I'll probably dump the rain jacket. And
it's a raincoat. Okay, yeah. I thought maybe it was Gore-Tex.
No, it's rain.
Rainy in Madison. We're supposed to get some snow here in Green Bay later today, so at least you don't have to shovel the rain. How we feeling today? We got a big guest coming in. A Hall of Fame guest, some might say. But I feel like, given the texts that I got from Derek Engler last night, there is only one place to start. Barb has the open.
Barb. Oh, Barbara.
Hello, Jesse.
Hi, guys.
So just to be clear, Barry Alvarez is now doing the program remotely from Del Boca Vista.
Yes, from parts unknown. He is joining the show remotely for the remainder of our football season. He has left town. Yes.
Okay. So now it's you. It's Derek Engler, Badgers legend, NFL offensive lineman. Tarek Saleh, Badgers legend, NFL fullback, special teams ace. Did he go both ways at any point? Did he do some pass rushing too during his time in Cleveland and Carolina? I think he might have. I'll have to check Pro Football Reference.
I think he got a fullback rep at one point.
Yeah, you weren't listening. I called him that first. Yeah. You were too busy dreaming of your popularity.
I got to admit, we have a lot going on back here with getting ready for the Hall of Famer coming in. So
I understand.
Working through some things.
But I'm going to have to ask for your undivided attention for a moment to tell us a little bit about Barb.
So we're doing the show at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse last night. Great to be back. Been a couple of weeks since we had been there for the show. And during one of our commercial breaks, and this is kind of how it goes when we're out there for the Barry Alvarez show at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Like there are some fans who will come and they'll want to watch the entire show, especially when Barry's there, and hear what he has to say. And then there's some weeks where we're in coaches, it's literally called Coach's Room, and we're kind of off to the side, and there's some people hanging around the Horseshoe Bar, but kind of we get left kind of to ourselves over in our area some weeks. So last night was one of those weeks where it wasn't a super highly attended show, I'd say, where a bunch of people were coming in, hanging on bated breath to hear everything that we had to say. But during one of the commercial breaks, a nice lady comes kind of peeking around the corner with her head, and she's kind of looking at us. And
Barb.
Babs.
I notice her for a moment, and then I'm like, oh, okay, she's just checking out what we're doing. It's okay. And then go back to talking to the fellas, and then she comes walking a little close. She says, excuse me, are you Jesse Nelson?
Oh, my God. Is there anything that makes Jesse happier
And
than
I
that?
said, yes, I am. And she said, oh, my God, I love you. I listen to the show every day with Wilde and Tausch. You are the best. I wish you would stick up for yourself a little bit more.
Oh, the old victim. Jesse the victim in there, yep.
Barb is an awesome fan of our show. She consumes it just about every day. I'm sure she'll enjoy hearing this story about her last night. She did not even acknowledge Tarek and Derek were there.
That's my favorite part of the story.
Now I actually like Barb a lot more.
Did not even acknowledge that a UW Athletic Hall of Famer, two guys that played in the NFL, were even present in the same room. Only wanted to talk to me. And I asked Barb what's her favorite thing about our show.
And she said you.
She did not, actually. She said the banter. And she really loved the musical headlines from 2 years ago.
Who knew?
Oh, boy.
So shout out to Barb. Thanks for saying hi to us at Ruth's Chris Steak. Well, to me at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton last night. And then, yes, Derek Engler volunteered to take a picture of Barb and I.
Yeah, you guys look good.
And we had fun. Yeah, we had a fun little commercial break there, hanging out with Barb at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse
Well, thanks,
last
Barb.
night for the
I know
Barry
Barb.
Alvarez show.
Barb thinks I get ornery sometimes, and you guys pile on the orneriness.
Yeah, she did say that too.
And that's okay. Yeah. And so, Barb, I know when I get a little, I'm in a great mood today, so there'll be no orneriness until I'm sure at some point Jason says something that will irritate me, and I'm guessing I'll get ornery. Kind of how this goes.
It is my goal today. No ornery. It's my goal. I do want to ask one follow-up, because that's what I do, as you well know.
Well, it depends. As long as it's not about immunizations or kicking, you usually pretty good with follow-ups, yeah.
Thanks.
You're very welcome.
The reporting that I received from boots on the ground at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse said that Tausch and I are too mean to you. Is that an accurate quote?
Too mean to Jesse?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
a
boy.
special guest has stopped by. Maybe I shouldn't answer that question. Maybe we should leave that one up to everyone else to decide.
Jesse, so do you think we're too mean to you? Because your mom has said something, and we don't want.
Your dad never has, though.
Yeah, your dad knows. I think your dad gets it.
Yeah, he gets it. No, I don't think you guys are too mean.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think you can be mean,
Oh God.
but you're not too mean.
Okay. So you think Barb is full of baloney?
Many would say you're probably properly mean.
Oh.
We're like Goldilocks.
Yeah.
We're not too mean.
like
We're
the
not
porridge.
mean enough. We're just right. So I don't have eyes on the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios other than Tausch in his raincoat and Jesse behind the glass. Are you telling me that we should be playing the walk-up music of a certain... Oh, you're eating a beef stick. He clearly is there.
Extruded, not intruded. Extruded jerky.
As Sydney said, as we stumbled upon Joe Thomas doing something with the U.S. Army and like people dropping things through like a Plinko board.
Like the Price is Right?
Is that the meat guy?
He's now the meat guy?
He's not a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
10,000 blah blah snaps.
He's not the greatest Iron Man. Ladies and gentlemen,
He's the meat guy.
from Hall of Fame beef, the meat guy, Joe Thomas.
The greatest sound in all of sports radio. Thank you guys for having me on. It's everybody's favorite Meat Santa, or more popularly known in the Wilde household as the meat guy. Because you know what? Those snaps ain't paying the bills anymore. So who cares about 10,000 plus? We're here to bring the meats.
Meat Santa.
So you know what? And I'm not just saying this. This is the moistest jerky.
The moister, the better, is our
extruded?
belief. It is. Yeah, so it's a different process. So, like, we make whole muscle jerky, which is amazing. It's your classic stuff that everybody's used to, right? Which is thin slices off the rounds. This is a combination of grinds that you put together. You extrude, right, through like a little gun, like if you're ever processing venison, you know, as a kid, you know, in your dad's garage, maybe the basement, you put it into a gun, then you dry it. And so it's already been tenderized because it's been ground together. But our process, because we spend a lot more time fermentation, less preservatives, takes a little bit longer, a little bit more expensive, but it gives you that product that has that elite moistness.
Yeah, there is a lot of moistness, and usually jerky, you think it's dried up.
No way.
No, this is moist.
No dry.
Very moist.
What are the better?
That's what we've heard.
That's what Meat Santa likes to say.
That's Meat Santa's tagline.
Ho, ho, ho. The wetter, the better.
Yeah, we usually do that at 11 o'clock hour, not in the 9 o'clock hour.
Is this after dark?
It's going to be.
So, to what do we owe the pleasure? Like,
Well-
I'm thrilled to have
Joe,
you. What are you doing here?
Before Joe even says that, I still find this really interesting. Joe will text us, and
Yes.
Jason and I respond to him very quickly. For whatever reason, the big star of the Jesse Nelson show
Barb's
with Barry
guy.
Alvarez, Barb's guy, never even responds to you.
He's got people that do
if
that.
it was up to him, you wouldn't even be here this morning.
Yeah, he's got people that do that, and that's why I go to you guys,
Yeah.
because I know if I go to Wilde 1, I won't get a response, or 2, even worse, he's going to say, I don't know, we're pretty busy today. We got a lot of Brewers off-season talk.
I've got to question the manager's
Giannis's
job
groin.
status.
Yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Jesse.
By the way,
I didn't respond to the group text because these guys had already. You texted at like 6 in the morning. It was the one day I slept in, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah, I'm
everybody's
sure that was
good.
the
So
one
we're
day you
good.
slept
And the guy has a 9 a.m. show, and
Yeah,
he thinks
he's-
waking up early is 8 a.m. Come on.
No, if you watch, Jesse gets here about 8:57. So.
Well, he beat me here today.
Traffic.
Oh my gosh,
Tough
the John
around
Nolan.
here.
There's some mysterious
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff
construction
going on.
over there. But I am here because everybody knows in Wisconsin, it's the biggest holiday in the entire state. We got deer hunting opener this weekend. The kids are fired up. Let me tell you, my 2 oldest daughters got their bucks last year. Son did not. He's feeling a little butthurt about it still. But it was really cool because this year I got some friends. Vortex Optics right down the road from us.
Joe and the squad, we just were over
They
there.
are
What a
the
crew.
best. I mean, a Wisconsin company built from nothing. They were
Bird watching.
a bird watcher.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And now they're supplying our great men and women in the U.S. military with the finest optics on the planet. But they came to us and said, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we did a holiday collaboration box? And I said, well, that would be cool, but let's make it even more specific because you guys are hunters, we're hunters. Let's do a deer camp box, right? Like give you a holiday box that you can buy or you can gift to somebody that you take to deer camp. It's got everything you need, all the essentials for that first night meal, and then stuff to throw in your bag, jerky and sticks and things like that for that opening morning so you're not getting hungry when you're sitting out there freezing your butt off, seeing no deer. And so they thought it was a great idea. So we got one of their new range finders that goes in this box. We got their vest, orange vest, because you got to stay
Yeah, you
legal,
gotta
right?
be smart.
Trying to stay
Gotta
legal
be
and
smart out there, yeah.
Got a Vortex hat. We got all the Hall of Fame beef goodies in there. And I wanted to gift my good friend, Mark Tauscher here.
This is
with the
fantastic.
Hall of Fame beef Vortex deer camp box. It's premium beef.
Yeah, looks premium. Well, you're Meat Santa. Yeah, this
From
is
Meat
fantastic.
Santa.
Well, let me
We'll
open this up as
And I know you're not like the world's biggest hunter. We'll pretend you still like to hunt. But the cool thing is, it's got a rangefinder that I didn't put in yet because that was in my cooler and I didn't want to freeze it up. But we got
Oh,
there
look
you
at
go.
this. Smoked beef brisket Wagyu.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Wagyu? Are you kidding me? All right, got a little cheese. Oh, and this is extruded jerky,
There
too.
you go. It's the good stuff.
Again, it's so
right
much
there.
better than intruded.
Yeah, nobody likes
Beef
intruded.
sticks. Wagyu beef sticks with a
yeah.
little apple cheddar.
That
Oh,
is
those are the
favorite.
best
Yeah.
ones.
Those are the best ones. I brought some for the office too, so
Bourbon?
they won't go.
Bourbon
Oh yeah,
beef
so
jerky?
this is our new product. We're really fired up about. It's the whole muscle jerky. It's got that bourbon flavor.
Yeah,
oh my
you
gosh,
smoke
it's
a little
amazing.
bourbon in there. And
yeah.
then, look at this. Not just hot dogs. American Wagyu hot dogs.
Hey, kids are pretty picky eaters. My kids won't eat the regular, store-bought garbage anymore because they realized that was nothing but some things you can't mention on the radio. But that's all 100% beef hot
And
dog,
then
natural
Wagyu
casing.
summer sausage. We all love venison sausage, right? Now you
baby.
got Wagyu regular summer sausage. This box is fantastic, Meat Santa. But I'm going to tell you this. This is where it's at right here. I got to figure out. I've talked to you numerous times about our struggles with smoking brisket. Now I don't even have to worry about it. It's done.
Easy button right there for you.
done.
And then, just in case for some reason you want to gift that to some of your bigger hunter buddies, you got the hat, the blaze orange hat, and the vest.
and this little
we got a
range-
rangefinder,
yes.
which works really good for golf.
Yes.
Because I know you're a sharp golfer.
I'm
there.
a sharp golfer.
Close to zero handicap, ladies
yeah,
and gentlemen.
plus 17. You'd be right. Yes,
Right
but
on.
That is it is though. I love the fact that you have partnered up with Vortex. As I said, Jesse and I were out there
They're
last
amazing.
week. It is just it's a great. We had people when they did our trivia. Jesse, how crazy was it? People were clamoring for all of their stuff, and it's not just that obviously they got into bird watching, but they are all in with you now. You guys have this awesome collaboration. Wisconsin legend, Wisconsin legendary company. That's good stuff.
Well, as a man who grew up here, lives here now, same with you, we got a lot of pride in the stuff we do here, right? Which people around the country, they don't always know about
I
how
don't
great
understand.
Wisconsin is.
Sometimes they don't. I don't mind that they don't understand.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
We like that underdog, that chip on our shoulder role, which I think might be something we get into later with the Wisconsin football program. However, it is great to be able to highlight the amazing things that we're doing, helping support our men and women in the military with their fine optics at Vortex. And then all the people that want to get out and birdwatch, or if you want to go out and hunt and enjoy the woods this weekend or anywhere you're going to be out enjoying some time communing with nature, getting those Vortex products, which they really got like the cheat code on optics. I don't know how familiar you guys are, but for all you people out there that don't care, turn off your radio. But I know you guys care because
Don't tell them that
Vortex.
now.
Like there was a couple companies, like foreign companies, that had this. Like somehow they'd mastered clean, crisp optics. Vortex came in somehow with their own technology, was able to do exactly what they're doing and a little bit better as far as clean, crisp optics, but at like half the price. And it's an American company. And, oh, by the way, Wisconsin. Started in Middleton, and I think they're in like Mount Horeb. Barneveld right now. So really a lot of pride for us at Hall of Fame Beef to be able to collaborate with them and highlight both of these awesome brands.
So when you're out hunting now and your daughter's got theirs, your son didn't, are you always going last in this? Or if you see a big one, are you?
No. Well, I've shot a few big ones, so I'm feeling pretty fortunate at this point, and really, I love to shoot the big one, of course, the bullwinkle, the swamp buck that's
you're the meat guy.
sneaking by, the meat guy, which don't need quite as much venison as I used to keep the family fed throughout the year. But I get more joy now watching my kids because my daughters didn't even know if they wanted to hunt last year, but they always come to deer camp, right? Because it's just it's a family reunion, right? The uncles, the grandpas, they all
Is
are
Annie out there?
relaxed. No,
she's
Doe
not.
weekend. Doe weekend. Good
Okay.
Lord knows where they're going. Chippendales or Thunder Down Under, who knows? But all the does get together, and it's a win-win because the boys get together with the kids and then the family, and they always love it. But the daughters, they didn't know if they wanted to hunt. Day before the season started, we took them out of school, of course, and all the dads were sighting in their guns, and the daughters were like, "Hey, Dad, can we try?" Sure, no problem. They shot. They were like, "Okay, that doesn't hurt." They got over that fear, and they're like, "Yeah, I think I might want to try to hunt tomorrow with Grandpa." So the daughters went with Grandpa. Of course, both of them got the biggest buck in camp, and then Jack was stuck with Dad. We got nothing. So we got to flip the script on that this year. But there was no joy that can describe or can be compared to your daughters exploring and experiencing something for the first time, especially something that you have so much passion for, being in the great outdoors and just having that one-on-one time with them.
All right, Meat
He's
Santa.
like, all right, pivot to sports.
Well, he gets antsy. You know, Jason.
No, I
gets
get it.
a little
I
It is a
don't.
sports show.
I was just hoping. Isn't there a song, the second week of Deer Camp? Isn't there a song like that? I was hoping we'd have that ready at
There's
some
a couple
point.
of them. We need to get our great producer here, Jesse Nelson, to fire up some good Deer Camp songs.
Get audio.
Ted Nugent,
Does he
Fred
call
Garrett,
it bar?
30-point
music
box,
and or
second
audio.
day of Deer Camp.
We're struggling up to be on the air here
I
right
got
now.
a full playlist I can share with you on Spotify if you need it. That just plays on repeat during Deer Camp.
My friend Barb says you all need to be nicer to me, including you, Joe.
Oh, now Barb's getting after Joe, too.
I feel like I'm
Wow.
your nicest person that walks through these
Definitely
doors
of the
to
three
you.
of us. Yeah, Joe is
Well, at
the
least out of
nicest
the
for
three of
sure.
us.
I am concerned about Jesse's relationship building with two of our great frequent guests. Between his incommunicado with Joe, and then he's always talking trash with Brian Bulaga. Like he's pretty emboldened for a couple of guys that played over a decade in the league each.
Oh, Joe! All Joe Thomas does when he walks around, you look so great. You were so good in the NFL. You were the best draft pick ever from Wisconsin. Wow, you're so good. Look at this great business you have. Someone's got to bring him down a little bit. So that I try.
Wow, thanks for filling that role in my life. That's why I value our friendship.
All right. Well, once we get to an even more important brand, Hall of Fame ice cream, we will really
that's my
be
next
having
venture.
some fun.
I love me some ice cream.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of it when I was real fat.
But until we get there, we have another great partner and a great Wisconsin brand. And of course, Tausch is Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Of course, Gina. And when it comes to your home, the smart play is trusting Gina Della and her great team at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. And this month only, you can score a whole house of new energy-efficient Pella windows. Only $297 a month, and that's with no interest for up to 72 months. That's your old number, right?
It is.
Yeah,
it's my
look at
first
that.
love.
Got a hunch that's going to be another number that we're going to be using today
can't
a little
wait.
bit as well. That is like a drive you can sustain for years, keeping your home comfortable thanks to that incredible defense played by Pella Windows, stopping all of the drafts. Don't wait. Schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com.
More with the Pro Football Hall of Famer, the NFL's Iron Man,
Meet Santa.
the meat guy, but more importantly, Meat Santa. The wetter the better when it comes
Oh, boy.
to his meat.
Let's not make that a thing.
That could be, yeah.
It's not my tagline, people.
That's a great point.
More Wilde and Tausch with Joe Thomas straight ahead. Stick around.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, and you're invited.
At defensive end from Texas, rookie edge rusher number 99.
Green Bay Packers select Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield.
Go, play, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Meet Green Bay Packer defensive end Baron Sorrell.
Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
During this exclusive 2-hour event, you'll meet Baron Sorrell live in person, just days before the Pack Sunday game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Color action photos of Baron Sorrell will be provided, and bring your own item for him to sign free of charge.
Tackled for a loss by Baron Sorrell.
Don't miss your chance to meet Green Bay Packer defensive end
number 99, Baron Sorrell.
exclusively at Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street, just off Beloit Road. Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Packers get the win.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Why Z-Bart? Because you don't want rust holes in your expensive vehicle. Let Z-Bart keep the rust away with professional rust protection. Only at Z-Bart.
Well, the good news from Sunday's game against the New York Giants for the Green Bay Packers is they got back into the win column. The bad news is star running back Josh Jacobs left that game with what the team is calling a knee contusion. Head coach Matt LaFleur Monday.
It's a contusion, so it's just more or less trying to get the swelling down, and unfortunately, that's a pretty hard surface over there, and sometimes the byproduct of that.
In the meantime, it'll be backup running backs Emmanuel Wilson and Chris Brooks for the Packers, though Matt LaFleur went on to say second-year running back Marshawn Lloyd could be designated for return from injured reserve this week. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN, brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
Do you want your car to shine like a diamond? Then you need Z-Gloss from Z-Bart. Z-Gloss gives you a mirror finish and protects your paint from everything Mother Nature can throw at it with a 10-year guarantee. Visit zbart.com for more information.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee. You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Wizard of Wagyu.
Oh, is that new? The Wizard of Wagyu?
I'm trying out some new stuff.
All right.
I'll take that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'll come up with a few more during the course of, because I'm being told sources close to the program inform me that not only did Joe Thomas essentially ask to come on the show, which, let's be honest, we're doing okay for ourselves on this program, but we don't get a lot of guests who don't have to be asked.
No, it's typically, hey, man, are you free like the next 3 weeks? Give us like 10 minutes. And, the next 2.5 weeks are pretty busy. That's why Joe's the best. Joe is always, I can't remember a time we asked Joe and he hasn't said, yes, let's do it.
That's true. One time he was in Germany.
Yeah.
I think I still maybe have called in, though. But the timing was a little tougher.
German the whole time.
Yeah. The
charged it to Jesse.
Yeah.
So that's what that was.
Would you say Germany is the best hotbed for NFL international growth?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the fan base over there just goes absolutely bananas. They sell out, and I think they usually get like 300 or 400% more requests than the tickets that they actually have. And I think that just meeting the people over there and talking with my neighbors, like, why do you guys love football so much all of a sudden? And it's always, well, they're huge soccer fans first, but let's be honest, the game of soccer is more about the fans chanting and fighting in the stands than it is actually what's going on the field. I went to a couple Euro Cup games. Both ended at a tie, 0-0, and that was pretty boring. But with football, like the Germans, of course, German engineering, they love detail, focus, toughness, like the underneath layer of everything that's going on. And so the idea that you could spend your whole life learning about football, watching football, and still only know 5%, they love that because of the strategy side of it. And so that game is just exploding over there, and the NFL is definitely looking to try to target that market more.
Schnitzel.
The Schnitzel's
like
good
Schnitzel, too. Yeah.
Schnitzel, Lieber Casa. Oh, lots of good stuff.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm curious. Like, I in all seriousness, as much as we enjoyed calling you the meat guy when we saw you doing the thing with the U.S., was with the U.S. Army, right?
U.S. Army, yeah.
You're kind of into this phase now of your life where you're kind of the most interesting man in the world.
Oh, I'll take that,
You've
too.
got so many different things going on. I got to finally, thanks to some great teammates at ESPN Madison when I was in town, finally got to experience Gotham Bagels, which was very exciting for me.
Yeah.
Almost worth driving all the way from Green Bay to go there again. They were so good. But, like, I was doing an event last night with Associated Bank, and George Kuntz was the alumni player that we talked to, right?
Kuntz. Oh, yeah.
And you know, look, he was an athletic director. He got his postgraduate degrees at Marquette. Like, there's another guy who did a lot of different things after his playing career was over. But I always, you know, Tausch has done a great job in his post-football career, but there's a lot of guys that don't. Why and how would you advise other former players? Because you've made, and I know it hasn't been easy because we've talked about this before, but you've made it look easy. Like, how do you go about it? And you've ever considered, among all the other things you do, you know, trying to find a way to maybe help other guys find that path themselves, because you have made it look easier than it's been.
Well, thank you. I don't think it has been easy, but certainly I've always been somebody that watches the people that have come before me, try to be a student of history and things like that. And Tausch, I'm curious what you think, but I see most of the guys that I played with that retired maybe before me, or even guys before that struggle in retirement, are people that haven't found that, like, purpose. And you've still identified forever as the guy that's playing on the field. And then the day you retire, nobody sees you as a football player anymore, but you do still in your mind. You still feel like that's your identity. And that's what made us great as professional athletes, was thinking that we could always win. We could always overcome what the non-believers thought and the haters out there, right? And so I think it's important to be able to pivot and to be able to find a new identity. And I think also that identity has to be about serving more than just yourself. We may have talked about this before, but being a servant to others, right? That's where the true happiness and fulfillment happens. And that's why I've got into all these different ventures, right? I love food, I love sports, love youth, love giving back. Putting those all together with the different ventures that I've become involved with has given me great passion. And you've got to have that thing that gets you out of bed every morning, that makes you excited, besides fulfilling your own, hey, I want to go fishing today, I want to go hunting, I want to go screw around in golf. Like, of course you can do that, but like having that thing besides just that identity that you had playing football, whether it be in media or farming or business, sales, whatever it is, like you got to have that thing, and you got to be ready to pivot and humble yourself and identify with something besides what you were for a long time, because people don't see you that way anymore the day you retire.
Yeah, it's been, I think, for everybody that retires, you have that where everybody still does look at you as, oh, you know, like, I'm sure you still get this, Joe. You should get out there and play. You should get back out and do that. And, you know, people, I think, you have to, you said humble yourself, but you also have to, I think, accept kind of where you're at and try and find some different ways to challenge yourself and to find that purpose. And that's where I think a lot of guys struggle.
Yeah, I think
it is tough.
We've definitely been lucky with the media side, because it's an easy transition to go from, hey, we talk about football on the teams that we're on for all these years, to, okay, now we're just talking about football on teams that we're not on anymore. And it still gives you that feeling of being around the game and being close to the game. So I was fortunate. I didn't look to get into media. I don't know if you did. It just kind of found me when I retired, and I just enjoyed it. So I just started doing more.
You're so naturally charismatic.
Well, I don't know about that, but I did a lot of interviews, so I could at least talk to a camera and know how to talk about a team that's struggling without, like, hammering them.
You're an expert.
I'm an expert. Let me tell you.
Nobody got a PhD.
Nobody is better than that.
Joe.
Mr. 1-31 his last couple of years in the NFL there. But so I think that helped, because then it allowed me to kind of find other things with Mission Barbecue, which I had a little bit going on when I was playing, but also Gotham Bagels, and then Sports Advantage, where we do the youth training here, which has been another passion. And then now with the farm and the Hall of Fame beef. So I think you got to find something. It helps having an easier transition, whether that be coaching or media. So football's just not completely cut out of your life the day you retire, but really making it about something besides yourself. That gives you the drive and the passion continuously to keep things going and to keep pushing forward in retirement.
And as mentioned at the beginning of this segment, you spent a year coaching football in Germany. So,
That was awesome.
I feel good about my most interesting man internationally.
Yeah.
All right, so I want to get your thoughts on the Packers, and then during the 10 o'clock hour, we'll shift to some Badger conversation. So we'll get to that coming up. But before we can do that, speaking of great partners, Tausch has given away Iron Jock gear, and it is like between Iron Jock and Vortex, people you could ask for caller 170, and we would get that many calls.
How annoying! I mean, I don't want Barb getting all mad. Like, how far can we push this? Joe, obviously 72 and 73. Do we go with
145?
Do we go caller 145? Jesse,
Barb,
is 145 a bridge too far?
So I need to tell you something.
Okay. Your phones are broke.
Our phones are fine.
Okay.
I apologize to everyone who has been watching the show on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube especially. Our video streaming software crashed in the middle of this segment.
Ooh.
Well, wait, why am I watching it then?
Yeah, I can see it.
Because I got it back up and running.
What a hero.
Thank you for your service.
Good.
But I need to restart our YouTube stream on a different link.
So
I
you'd
need to
like a
restart
lower
our
number,
Facebook.
is what you're saying.
I would like a lower number today. Please.
Well, what if
merciful
Joe and I
old
come
team.
back and handle the calls?
Oh, my God. How
You
great
don't
would
know. No, you don't know how to do that.
It's not that hard.
Listen to
Caller
him.
one.
More
Caller
shade.
two. Yeah, we'll just rotate.
You don't know how to do that.
I
Hello,
can't pick up-
ESPN
Fine, you
Wisconsin.
think I can't
You guys
pick up
come
a
to,
phone?
yeah, you hooligans come do it
Wow.
while I get the YouTube going.
All right.
That'll be great. Yeah.
We will come back.
Can't wait.
We will come back and do that. Joey,
I can break down a steer,
which-
plant the field, play left tackle, break down an offense, but can't answer the phone.
Yeah, and we're such.
Hello,
I love that
ESPN
you act like you have to
Wisconsin.
have like a PhD to pick up a phone. You two idiots can't handle a phone. I don't know how
Insulting.
this place runs without me. Caller 72. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Caller 72. Joe's
So I'll
number.
be doing the segment alone.
Is your number
my
retired,
God.
Jen?
Coming up.
No.
I think it should be at some
should.
point.
Thank you.
And
That's
it
why
will
you're
be,
my
I'm
agent.
guessing. I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight that sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. And now Iron Jock is introducing 4 new lightweight hoodies. These hoodies are world-class. Cooling, wicking, and 4-way stretch. Go to ironjock.com to get your hoodie today. That's ironjock.com. And right now, get on it, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Caller number 72 will win that new Iron Jock lightweight hoodie. What is so funny? Caller 72?
And you
That's-
get to talk to a Pro Football Hall of Famer and a Packers Hall of Famer, depending upon which one answers which call.
Yeah, that's where you're at.
That's a
right
bonus.
now. This is the
ESPN
deal.
Wisconsin.
I love. I'm just signing Joe up for more work, but that's where we're at.
That's tough.
So caller 72 again, 844-770-3776.
More Wilde, Tausch, and Thomas next. So stick around.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
The holidays are the perfect time to thank the people who make your business shine. At Alpha Custom Apparel, we help you create custom gifts and branded apparel that show true appreciation, whether it's polished polos for your sales team, cozy quarter zips for employees, or thoughtful giveaways for your best clients. We make it easy with fast turnaround, creative options, and Midwest service you can count on. This season, give gifts that build pride and strengthen relationships long after the holidays are over. Visit alphacustomapparel.com and start your holiday gifting today.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Are you ready to make a winning decision? Are you going to gamble for fun, or are you going to gamble for money? This year, make that decision that will build your bankroll all year long. Go to FatJackSports.com, and for less than $100 a week, make money betting on the games. That's FatJackSports.com. It's a personal portal. It comes to your email. It's hassle-free. It'll make you money. FatJackSports.com.
The shot clock's winding down, and Saturn Lounge scores at the buzzer. When your marketing needs a slam dunk, our team drives the lane with creative strategy, branding, websites, video storytelling, and marketing campaigns that win. We run the full court press in every engagement, pushing the pace, finding that open shot, and delivering the highlight reel results. Our Saturn Lounge team ensures that your marketing content and campaigns dominate like a champion. Don't settle for a turnover or a missed shot or a wasted possession. Let Saturn Lounge run your marketing game plan now. To tell the world your story, visit SaturnLounge.com today.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply as 11/30/2025.
If you're living your life in pain, you need to take control of your health and look beyond just traditional medicine to get that done. Hey, it's Brad Nortman, and I want to tell you about my friends at QC Kinetics. When I've gone to the Greenfield location, I have seen with my own eyes what QC Kinetics can do for you. QC Kinetics offers cellular treatments that at the micro level can cure that pain for the long term. Using QC Kinetics natural healing tools, you can revitalize those joints and get back to living the life that you deserve to live. It's fast, all natural, and there's no downtime. You'll be amazed, just like I was, to see all the tools in their toolkit to give you a pain-free life and get you living an active life once again. Do not wait any longer. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative cellular medicine, and it's something that you need to see to believe. Your pain-free life is waiting for you on the other side of your free consultation with QC Kinetics. Give them a call today for that free consultation at 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Wilde, Tausch, and Thomas, although now with Joe added in the mix, it should be Thomas, Tausch, and the other guy.
What about Jelly?
Producers don't get billing at all, even though we consider him an important piece of the team.
Yeah, we do. Barb
is his favorite character. Is her favorite character. Is
Jesse, can you apologize to me? Did that not go over about as well as you could have ever imagined?
It was fantastic.
And we were so, Joe, we're intelligent enough that we could actually push a button and say caller number.
I'm surprised
Can't
myself.
turn on your mic, though.
Well, I don't usually have to do that. I don't.
A good
just
producer does
yell
that for him, but
vulgarities into the mic like you guys do randomly. So usually I just leave it all the way on. I mean, this is a fully transparent life here.
Let it rip.
Let her rip.
I agree.
I'm surprised with myself because I respect Jesse Nelson to the highest authority. And when he tells me I can't do something, I'm really questioning myself and my abilities.
Wasn't it fun to just recapture that? You know, you're playing, oh, you can't block this, you can't. Jesse did that, and you just shoved it up his you-know-what.
I felt it in the moment.
Yes.
I felt that greatness coming back into my body. And
I saw the excitement when you got to caller 69.
Well, I don't ever talk to anybody on the phone like that anymore. And there was some real highlights in there. 6'7".
That was really
children.
good. The 6'7" is a big hit with our kids. I know that.
Continuing to try to destroy that fun for my children by using it as much as possible.
It's got to almost be dead by
It is, but I heard the next one's 4-1.
Yeah, I know.
Which I'm like, okay, how long can this last? But
we could figure out how to ruin that.
Yeah, I would just start using that one. But no, that was great. Thanks for allowing us to do that, Jesse, and thanks for not believing in us. Because really, if you want a couple of NFL Hall of Famers to be able to do something, you tell us we can't.
Tell us we can't do something, and look at how we went. We could have went to 145 and been no problem.
My sources tell me that this will be available as a digi only at some juncture.
Everything is digi only at this point, isn't it?
Well, actually, for a while there, we weren't digi.
Yeah, we literally, this is one of our worst digi performances in a while, thanks to our software crashing, but I think we're back.
There's a lot of traffic.
We back.
A lot of feed traffic there.
All right, Joseph, put your NFL analyst cap on again. Because the Packers are 6-3-1. They're in second place in the NFC North behind the, of all people, Chicago Bears, who are 7-3, and what are they? A game ahead in the loss column, Tausch, on the Detroit Lions, who are 6-4. So as you look at the Green Bay Packers, a team that I tried very hard to get you traded to when there was talk about you being traded to the Broncos, what do you see? And what would concern you if you were Matt LaFleur?
Well, what concerns me is some of the fundamental issues that the offense is having. Obviously, your defense is championship caliber. They're top-notch. That addition of Micah Parsons has elevated them from a good defense to one of the best in the NFL. And I think when you watch the team, you see it every week. You see a quarterback that, in my opinion, Jordan Love has taken a good step in the right direction, but still making some some mistakes, still having a hard time at times with the protection in front of him breaking down, which you worry about, obviously, the health of your quarterback, and then you worry about going into the playoffs. Who are the teams that usually win the Super Bowl? They're teams that can protect their quarterback and they can get after the other team's quarterback. Just look what happened in the Super Bowl last year with the Chiefs and the Eagles basically not having to blitz Patrick Mahomes one time the whole game, and they win because they can get pressure with their front four. The Chiefs' offensive line can't block for them. So those are the really important issues that I think about when I think about, can the Packers make a run and win the Super Bowl? Can they overcome the protection issues? Can they maybe be more creative if they're having some issues blocking for Jordan Love, if they're having some issues with their receiver drops, maybe giving them some easier completions, some more play action type things to be able to push the ball down the field. I think those are some things that you can do to help yourself as you're moving and lean into that great defense that they have.
I am looking at their offensive line, and I've said this to Tausch. Obviously, I've gotten to cover some of the best offensive lines in Packers history. There was the Tauscher, Clifton, Flanagan, Wall, Rivera crew. There was the Bulaga, Bakhtiari, Sitton, Lang, Lindsley crew. Now they've got Sean Ryan playing center because Elton Jenkins is done for the year. They have their free agent signing, Aaron Banks, has struggled to both stay healthy and play at a high level. Their first-round pick from a year ago, I think Tausch and I talked about it yesterday, maybe he really just is a left tackle because he has really struggled when he has played guard. He's had moments where he played well at left guard, but that ain't where he's playing. He's playing right guard. Their left tackle has been okay, and their right tackle, who we think is the latest in the line of Tauscher to Bulaga to Zach Tom, has been playing hurt all year. You've done this. You obviously have played on teams that the left tackle wasn't the problem, but there were plenty of other issues. When the offensive line isn't cooking, is it nearly impossible for you to play at a high level offensively?
It's challenging. You got to be able to run the ball effectively or you got to be able to block effectively to give your quarterback time to push the ball down the field. And especially in Matt LaFleur's offense, which relies a lot on play action, deception, putting defenders in conflict between run and pass, putting them in conflict with passing routes to be able to put two guys in the same spot and let the quarterback force that guy to make a decision, throw to the other guy. You got to be able to run the football more than just short yardage situations. You got to be able to make defenses afraid of your run game so that it makes your passing game easier. If you look back at this offense, historically going back to Mike Shanahan, right? They didn't have great pass blockers, but they could run the ball. And that overcame their inability to sit back and drop back pass because they never really had to. Because even in a third down and 5 or 6, like there's a legitimate threat that this team might run the football. And so you can't just pin your ears back and rush the quarterback because they don't have to sit back in the pocket and drop back, protect. And so I think for them to be able to take that step, even if they do have continued protection issues, they got to be able to more effectively run the football.
And that's where this, Josh Jacobs got hurt. Josh Jacobs has been an awesome tailback, but there's certain things he loves duo blocking.
Yep.
That's not the hard outside zone.
Nope.
That doesn't marry up well with the play action that Matt LaFleur has. So how do you go about as a coach when you have a special talent and that skill set is not really part of your foundation of what you believe in? How do you balance that?
Well, what I would say is go back and watch Ben Johnson when he was the offensive coordinator for the Lions. They did a lot of really cool, creative play-action concepts off of the duo, off of the gap schemes, off of the pin and pull crack concepts that Josh Jacobs is the best at. And it was fun because I called one of their games. Oh, was it last year? The memory's fading me a little bit. Doesn't matter. But I got to sit in the radio booth and watch and call one of their games. And it was so fun to see some of these concepts with play action coming off of things that you normally said, well, you can't run play action off of that. I mean, having a running back come across, pulling guards, sending the tight end away, moving the quarterback, you're moving the pocket, you're giving like really, really good run sell out of duo, out of some of those gap concepts. But then you're pulling the football and you're able to throw the ball down the field, in the middle of the field deep. One of the things that Jared Goff was doing the best at when he had Ben Johnson as his coordinator. And so I think if there's anything that they want to do in the middle point of the season, if they get a couple hours to themselves, go back and watch some of those things that he did because they were very creative. They're not things that you can lean into a lot because there's a lot of holes in those protection, right? That's why a lot of people don't like running gap duo concepts.
And you have to
play
sell
action
the run,
because
too.
you have to sell the run, but it's harder when you're going downhill versus your outside zone where you're more running sideways.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be able to get that run sell, you have to kind of let it hang out a little bit and take some chances in protection because those gap concepts, if you're selling run, they don't look and smell like the run unless you have some holes in the backside where, hey, we don't really have this covered all the way if they don't sell and take bite out of that run concept. And they're going to start rushing the quarterback. And so you need to have a very good communication and practice with your quarterback, understanding like, hey, these are your immediate problems. And if it happens, you just got to get rid of it or you're going to get killed.
Yeah, and you put a lot of pressure on your offensive tackles when you do that because you need to run, sell, and block a guy. That's not the easiest thing. Tucker Kraft gets hurt. He was our best playmaker, in my opinion, and he is our best run blocker. How do you look at trying to implement some of that stuff when you have, and I don't know all of the tight ends you played with, but I'm sure you had tight ends that were really good vertical, but really not interested in cutting guys off. And how do you utilize a high draft pick that is a really good athlete? Do you say, well, if you're not going to be a run blocker, do you limit his snaps, or how would you try and fit someone in that has that vertical stretch down the middle of the field, can add some value, but maybe can't do some of the other things that your offense is asking?
Well, the outside zone stuff, typically the tight ends that aren't great inline blockers, they can do that a little bit better because it's more about your speed. It's about your takeoff, how quickly you can get that first 2 steps in the ground, get your hat placement, and then you usually got a buddy coming with you. You got a big tackle coming with you on a lot of that stuff. But specifically with Josh Jacobs being more of a downhill guy, more of a gap concept, duo concept like you mentioned, I like adding 2 tight ends to the formation, sometimes even getting 3 tight ends, right? Because then usually you got a double team at the point of attack. You can get a really good run cell from those guys, and then they could actually leak out kind of late in the protection to be able to give you a quick down flat or an easy out if the guys that are running the deeper routes down the field are covered. And I think that injury to Tucker Kraft probably why you're not seeing some of those more creative 2 tight end, 3 tight end, heavy formation sets where they can make the defense afraid of duo. They can make the defense afraid of power and stutter and counter and gap schemes and crack and cheese and things like that, because you need those tight ends that you can trust blocking at the point of attack, because if they don't do it, your quarterback's got his back turned for about the first second and a half, 2 seconds of that, and that is a dangerous situation to be in.
Joe, I want to get into something quarterback-related next, because I did ask Matt LaFleur about Jordan Love running. He got hit, obviously, in the shoulder, missed 7 snaps, was able to come back, and they had Malik Willis step in and play well, and that's not the first time that's happened. You have a lot of experience with a lot of quarterbacks from your playing career. So I want to get into that coming up. We'll do that after Tausch tells us about our friends at Jones Dairy Farm.
Oh, Jones Dairy Farm, family owned and operated 7 generations right down in Fort Atkinson, and they are best known for their all-natural sausage made from the original family recipe, available in pork, chicken, and turkey. And I told you that little orchetta that we've been making, you get that crispiness on the pork sausage with the all-natural, none of those fillers, no gluten, no nitrates, no MSG. It's all natural. And it's the holiday season. Jones products are perfect for the holidays. Get that ham. Everybody loves a good ham, smoked beautifully, and it comes right out there. You also have those natural sausage rolls that are going to upgrade any stuffing recipe. Head over to jonesdairyfarm.com to find all of Jones's great products in grocery stores across Wisconsin.
More with Pro Football Hall of Famer Joe Thomas. It's Wilde and Tausch. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Any coach will tell you, games are won in the preparation. The same's true in cybersecurity. Trend Micro helps businesses move from reactive to proactive with cyber risk exposure management. That means real-time visibility into your risks across cloud, email, endpoints, and networks. For over 35 years, enterprises worldwide have trusted Trend Micro to prepare, protect, and perform. Don't wait for the next threat to blow the whistle. Get secure now at trendmicro.com, because the best defense is being ready before the game even starts.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, and you're invited.
At defensive end from Texas, rookie edge rusher number 99.
Green Bay Packers select Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield.
Go play, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Meet Green Bay Packer defensive end Baron Sorrell.
Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
During this exclusive 2-hour event, you'll meet Baron Sorrell live in person just days before the Pack Sunday game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Color action photos of Baron Sorrell will be provided, and bring your own item for him to sign free of charge.
Tackle for a loss by Baron Sorrell.
Don't miss your chance to meet Green Bay Packer defensive end
number 99, Baron Sorrell.
Exclusively at Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street, just off Beloit Road. Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Packers get the win.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Well, the good news from Sunday's game against the New York Giants for the Green Bay Packers is they got back into the win column. The bad news is star running back Josh Jacobs left that game with what the team is calling a knee contusion. Head coach Matt LaFleur Monday.
It's a contusion, so it's just more or less trying to get the swelling down, and unfortunately, that's a pretty hard surface over there, and sometimes the byproduct of that.
In the meantime, it'll be backup running backs Emmanuel Wilson and Chris Brooks for the Packers, though Matt LaFleur went on to say second-year running back Marshawn Lloyd could be designated for return from injured reserve this week. I'm Alex Stroh.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Family's bigger? Out of space? We can help you find a new place. Just make Tri-City your first call. We're here to help, loan large or small. Tri-City National Bank, equal housing lender, NMLS 433891.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T. McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Hey Tom, I want a new hoop for the kids. Any ideas?
Yeah, I got mine from Precision Sports over 10 years ago. They helped me choose the right hoop, installed it, and even painted my court lines.
Nice. How do I reach them?
Easy. PrecisionSportsOnline.com for a free quote.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Continuing with Joe Thomas, who is, I'm told, staying for the entire program. So, Barb, by the time we get to the end, I think you'll prefer Joe Thomas over Jesse.
This is going to be great now because with Evan joining us, we can send him just audio Christmas cards / holiday cards to Evan. I know how much he enjoys that. We can give him all of our kids' updates. You know how Evan loves getting updated on everybody's kids' lives.
I'm wondering what's the appropriate length? What do you think, like 2 or 3 minutes of like just a little photo album?
Well, I know this for sure.
Of our family and all the great things that they've done all year.
Make sure you let them know about the basketball and the football, and then the
scores,
hunting,
of course, fishing,
anything
maybe,
else.
travel.
I think if any plays or anything at school, arts and crafts wise.
I got an A in geometry class.
Save all that and make sure.
I don't want to spoil any of that.
Don't tease too much because Evan listens. He listens early, exactly. So we'll make sure all that's good.
Yeah.
So just refresh my memory. Are you on the same page as Evan on Christmas cards? You don't want people sending you.
Evan hates.
I know Evan does. Is Joe also? Where does Joe stand on the Christmas card question. Family synopsis, all the pictures? Because we do like a book, which I don't bother to send to Evan because he doesn't want. Where does Joe fall on this?
Yeah. No, I'm with you guys. I'm a traditionalist. I like the Christmas card. I enjoy it. The kids love. We keep all of our Christmas cards in like a little Santa sleigh card holder, and it's out there, on one of the side tables. And they love going through it because for them, our kids don't have social media. My oldest is 12, and they've got a lot of friends from Germany, from Ohio, Wisconsin, all over the place. And it's their chance to just briefly catch up with what they're doing, how many great scores they've had in their hockey game, or what tests they've scored great on in school. And it's a fun opportunity if you don't want to dive into everybody's social media all the time, to be able to just catch in with a friend. And it gives you that brief moment of, oh, we got the Christmas card from the Tauschers. Haven't seen them in a while. Oh, it's great to see them And it feels good that they thought of us around Christmas. We got to make sure, honey, we send them one next year because we have not sent them one yet. They're not that high on the priority list, let's be honest.
It's dropped. Yeah, no, I actually...
You guys got dropped when we went down to 5,000 cards that were going out the door.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well,
you didn't make that final cut.
Well, we'll get there when you get back up to 6,000. I forgot what I was just going to say, so go ahead, Jason.
Okay, so...
all right, great radio there going on.
Joe, when you when you were in Cleveland, I don't know if you know the exact number off the top of your head of how many starting quarterbacks you protected the blind side for, but it was a lot.
I bet he does.
20.
Okay.
That's an easy number to remember.
Is that what it is? Is 20?
It was 20, yeah. At least that's what they've told me. I haven't gone and counted.
I got to ask you this because I saw when Johnny Manziel came out, and and you ended up doing a podcast with him.
Yeah.
I would have been so pissed off.
Yeah. I'm over that.
You're over it?
I forgive and forget quickly. But also, knowing him on a deeper level, I know that he's got some challenges.
Gotcha.
And I think he's doing that podcast right now. I was able to get on with him. And I think deep down it's hard for people, especially Browns fans, because he screwed them, right? First-round draft choice, a lot of talent. You don't put in the effort.
He didn't
it's
take
hard
it
as a fan.
seriously
Didn't take it seriously. Hard to forgive him. In his mind, he's still having a hard time accepting the fact that he had this golden opportunity and he squandered it. And he's not yet, he's getting closer, but he's not yet been able to face that demon in his life about where he is right now and where he could be if he made better choices. And so he's still kind of protecting his ego a little bit by kind of blaming the Browns for not having a great situation and not giving him all the tools to succeed when we all know that's not true, right? Yes, it was not the best situation in the world, but when you're a first-round draft choice at quarterback, it's probably not going to be a great situation unless you're an Aaron Rodgers and you get to sit and wait and watch. And so, yeah, I get it. It wasn't the perfect situation, but it's up to you to fix it when you're a pro athlete, when you're a guy that's been given so much from a talent-wise standpoint and then from a franchise standpoint of making you potentially the savior.
Well, that's perfect because there is certainly that level of personal responsibility for quarterbacks. No denying that. But I watch Malik Willis right now, and then I think back to the Tennessee Titans, and they didn't get it right with Marcus Mariota. They didn't get it right with Malik Willis. They didn't get it right with Will Levis. And at some point, I think, well, maybe it wasn't Marcus Mariota, Malik Willis, and Will Levis. Maybe it's the organization. How much do you think, Johnny Manziel not being the prime example, but there were a lot of quarterbacks that might have been better players had they gone into better situations in Cleveland. How much does the situation matter? And is it possible, after what we've seen from Malik Willis, that if he goes to the right situation in free agency and gets an opportunity to be a starter, that he could be an effective starter? He could go to the wrong situation and go right back to the way things went in Tennessee? Or, as I would suggest, sign one of those extensions and get a good chunk of change to be a reliable backup and stay in Green Bay?
So a couple things. One, I always think of my favorite quote from college football. It was attributed to Steve Spurrier when they had a quarterback that was really sucking. And in the middle of practice, he's a high recruit. Steve yells at him, "Hey, it's not your fault you suck. It's our fault we recruited you." And so on some level, you're like, okay, I understand what Johnny's saying. And if Malik Willis would say that, or Marcus Mariota, or some of these other guys you mentioned, like, it's not a great organization structurally. The ownership maybe has too much of a say of who they draft, too much influence, and the people making those decisions can't properly evaluate if this young quarterback that maybe doesn't have a lot of experience in college, maybe hasn't put a lot of great tape on, but he's got a big arm, he's got potential, he's got this and that. And then they draft him in the first round, and then they're surprised when it doesn't work out, when it's like, well, anybody could see when you drafted this person that he had all these big issues, these huge holes in his game. For Johnny, obviously it was height, but then also, commitment. He's kind of a partier, pretty big of a partier. He hangs out with Drake a lot and all these celebrities, and he loves the party. How are you going to reel that in and get him focused and serious about his craft? With Malik Willis, not a lot of experience playing quarterback. Yeah, he's got the talents, but that's a big swing to think okay, we can take this guy that maybe hasn't shown pro-style skills and bring him in here, and then he can save the franchise, because it's a tough job. And the second part is like, if you get a chance to sit in a good organization and watch and learn, you can play when you're ready, like at the Aaron Rodgers. If you have to go in before you're ready and play, many of these guys throughout their entire life, going back to playing Pee Wee baseball probably, have won at everything they did because they were just these fantastic athletes. And so they have an ego in the sense of not like, hey, they think they're the greatest thing ever, but they don't know what it feels like to not succeed. And they don't have the mental fortitude sometimes when they do face challenges and the fans are booing them and they get benched to be able to not only work harder, but rededicate yourself to being great and using that as fuel for your fire. And then instead of what happens with a lot of these guys, all of a sudden they start thinking that they were phonies. That imposter syndrome starts creeping in where they're like, well, maybe I really wasn't always that great. Maybe I'm not the guy they thought I was. And that's a really difficult thing to get over until you get a new situation. And I look at Daniel Jones this year, right? He had a lot of talent. He had some good moments, some bad moments with the Giants. All of a sudden, he gets a fresh start where the fans don't hate him. They're not pissed off at him for being a first-round bust, and they're not always on his case. And he's got a chance to just kind of reinvent himself and start from scratch to build himself into the quarterback. And on top of that, he's got that experience behind him now. So he's a much faster learner in a new offense. He's quicker to see results that he's getting praise from his coaches and the fans from, right? And then his ego gets built back up. And so I think with some of these guys, they're worth taking a shot on because you do think that, okay, a new situation is going to change everything and he's got a lot more experience and mentally he can recover from being beat down as a loser and a bust at that first situation. But I think some of it is situationally and ownership's fault when you draft a guy before he should be drafted and you give him the quarterback seat before he's ready. And then some of it's just those guys are not ready for that moment. And when they do have failures because they play before they're ready, they're not able to mentally overcome that.
Yeah, and I don't know what the future holds for Malik Willis. I don't know if there are situations where he can be successful, but it does feel like the Packers have done a great job of when he's had to play, putting him in position to be successful. And he did not have that success in Tennessee. All right, we want to get into some Badgers conversation with Joe while he's here. We've got Evan Cohen coming up. That's all coming up in the 10 o'clock hour, which is a few minutes away. I want to remind you, I mentioned we did a great event last night with Associated Bank. There's some more on the schedule. And there's just great perks that come with being an Associated Bank customer. Not only do you get the official bank of the Packers, where you can get Packers checking, Badgers checking, or Brewers checking, but more importantly, you get great customer service. I saw it again last night. Whether it's early pay, whether it's credit monitoring, whether it's fraud protection, or whether it's fun stuff that we do for customers, Associated Bank's got your back. Go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. The 10 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Timeout on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025.
Strong mind, strong body, and strong communities. That is what you need to know about the Princeton Club, and that is what you can achieve at the Princeton Club of New Berlin. When you walk in there, you will feel completely motivated to better yourself just like everyone else is doing. I've done personal training. They have saunas. They have workout classes. They have basketball courts. They have indoor-outdoor swimming pools. It all starts with a tour. Check it out. You're going to fall in love. Free childcare with the membership, open 24/7. Check out the Princeton Club of New Berlin. Get your tour and take that small step to a bigger journey for a better tomorrow. That's at theprincetonclub.net.
You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
The 10 o'clock hour of the Joe Thomas Show, featuring Mark Tauscher and Jason Wilde and Jesse Nelson, rolls on. Presented by Hall of Fame Beef, which their social media and YouTube team. Checking out my hat. Love my hat.
Your hat is awesome. I do love that hat.
Thank you for the hat
USA
and for
hat.
the beef.
One of our best sellers.
So I'll be honest. I follow you on social media, but I have curtailed my social media use, not to the point of the Thomas children who don't have any at all because I have to have it for work. But I'm not on there much. But I was told that you did like a 4-part video series on Instagram
It's like
where you
Landman.
fixed Badger football.
Oh, you fixed it?
It's fixed.
Oh, perfect.
I'm surprised you guys
I
didn't
am
get
very excited to hear that it's all
the message
good.
from Mac in your email inbox that says, "Hey, all is well, no problem. Joe fixed it," with 4 minutes of Instagram videos that he did in his basement in between picking up his son at a birthday party he had.
Well, I did hear Jesse talking to Coach Alvarez, and it sounds like there's correct me if I'm wrong, Jesse. Barry basically said Joe plagiarized what he had to say. Is that how I
No,
is that
what
how
he
I
meant to
heard
say
that?
is great minds think alike.
That might be what it was.
He didn't say exactly that he plagiarized it, but he said he's I believe taking that out of my playbook is what he said last time. Would you like to hear what the coach had to
let's
say?
hear what Coach had to say. Then we can find out what Joe said.
Joe read my playbook. I mean, there aren't any secrets. You know, what Joe's talking about is the right thing. But I think he's sending a message to the staff. Get off the staff. I understand that. But the staff has to understand, go back to the basics. Let's focus on keeping the good kids in state at home. What's our identity? Right now, I don't know. We've talked about this. I don't know our identity. It used to be run the football, physical, go from there, play action, and good, solid, sound defense. I don't know that now. So it's easy to talk about it, but it starts every day in practice. It's how you practice. If you're going to run the football and be a physical team, that's how you have to practice. Not every day so you're killing your players, but your Tuesday, Wednesday practices have to be physical, and spring and fall have to be very physical camps. And, that's great. But the head coach, the staff all have to buy in, and then you implement the plan. But Joe said it right.
Not a big
He
Joe.
just said what he did when he was there.
So Joe,
that?
Great minds
I just
thinking
said what
alike,
Barry
huh?
did when I was there. Hey, he's not wrong. I mean, it worked pretty well for him for a while.
Different. I am curious what you said, though, because it was a different era. I know that one of the hot-button issues, both from Barry and from, quite frankly, the greatest Badger from Brookfield Central High School, of course, Brad Nortman.
I was going to say. Thank you.
They agree that the issue has been, at least one of the issues has been, the failure to connect with state high school coaches and the wall around the state having broken down. What was part of this 4-part series that you plagiarized from Coach's playbook?
Did you send this out all in one, or did you break it down like the old TV shows? You put it out on like a Thursday.
Tausch would like to know, because he's mad about the way Landman is being released.
I was all excited. I only watched Landman on planes, and we've been traveling. And for whatever reason, they only had the first 3 episodes. I needed the last 3 because the new season started Sunday. But I don't want to bore you with that. So I'm interested.
It was
in
like Netflix release. He released all at once.
So Joe put it out all 4 so you could binge immediately, which is the way streaming services initially did it.
That's what I was shooting for. However, I'm the guy running the social, and it's me setting up the camera and talking to the camera, and then quick figuring out how to edit it before I have to go pick up my son from his birthday party, as my wife's like, "You got to leave! You're going to be late!" And I'm like, "I'm trying to do this quickly. Sorry." And then it's chaos, and I'm just trying to throw it out there. Ideally, I don't even really know if you want to put it out all at once. If you can let people binge, or if you should tease it and put like one piece each day. I have no idea.
I feel like in the radio
I just had a couple minutes, and I watched the Badger game, and I was like, hey, I'm going to record this. I got a few minutes in between, daddy duties, and I'm going to throw it out there because it's fresh in my mind, and if I try to talk to my family about it, they're going to just ignore me. So this is my only outlet to feel like anybody's paying attention to what I have to say.
Okay.
All right, so let's tease it.
No, it's a little teasy.
Here we go. I like it.
So we will get to what Joe Thomas said, the synopsis of the 4-part documentary series shot in his basement in between birthday parties.
That you can be done with in 4 minutes.
Netflix is calling, by the way.
I'm sure they're very eager to get more from you, from content-wise. Look, I'm telling you, you turn the book into a documentary, I think there's a lot of people who will watch. I still have Hall of Fame knocks recorded on my DVR from when you went into the hall. So there's some good stuff that could be made.
Jason, if Joe asked you, would you write his autobiography?
A second one? I would write
the one that you're going to sell to
after
Netflix.
Football?
No, the whole deal.
Yeah, I would absolutely do it.
Okay.
Yep.
What an honor.
There you go.
I'm working on the Mark Tauscher documentary first.
You need to do Dick Bennett's. Like the fact that you have not done Dick Bennett's.
He will. You have
to prod a little bit more.
You come with me.
All right,
come with me to Nakusa and help me.
Yeah.
What's he doing up in Nakusa? I'm
golf.
very
That's where he
just
lives.
Golf. Well, I mean, I know he lives there, but just all golf all the time.
I think he loves golf and probably heading down.
And not telling his life story, unfortunately.
I mean, just go golf with him. And sit there and put the tape recorder on. I think he would love to do that. Then
go
he's
break
got an
200
excuse
with
to
Dick.
Go golf again.
Go break 200. That's something.
Okay.
Win a pair of tickets to Green Bay and Chicago on December 7th, which will include reservations to the Tundra Trio, Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination. From the steps of Lambeau, steps from the stadium, featuring gourmet food and premium drinks, all thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. You can enter now. And there's 2 websites you can choose, ESPNWisconsin.com, or if you were in the mood to check the contest rules that Jesse writes so copiously, ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Get you there as well. Nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. So enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next trip to McDonald's. No purchases necessary. Enter by November 23rd. Joe Thomas's synopsis of his landman style, here's how you fix Badger football Instagram series is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Whoa, what are these?
Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Available in 2 great flavors, cheesy garlic or pepperoni, both delicious. Screamin' Sicilian doesn't play around. They're fully loaded breadsticks that come in their own bakeable tray.
Dang! Woo! These are next level. Are they the main course?
Nah, just the appetizer. Find Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks in your local grocer's freezer section. Screamin' Sicilian loaded breadsticks. Bring the party, bring the flavor.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit lakelandsupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
The NFC North Green Bay Packers are returning to Milwaukee, and you're invited.
At defensive end from Texas, rookie edge rusher number 99.
Green Bay Packers select Baron Sorrell.
Coming to the all-new Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield.
Go play, go. That's all I can say. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Meet Green Bay Packer defensive end Baron Sorrell.
Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
During this exclusive 2-hour event, you'll meet Baron Sorrell live in person, just days before the Pack Sunday game versus the Minnesota Vikings. Color action photos of Baron Sorrell will be provided, and bring your own item for him to sign free of charge.
Tackled for a loss by Baron Sorrell.
Don't miss your chance to meet Green Bay Packer defensive end
number 99, Baron Sorrell.
Exclusively at Cunis Buick GMC of Greenfield, 3615 South 108th Street, just off Beloit Road. Tuesday, November 18th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Packers get the win. Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make money betting on sports? Are you ready to make a winning decision? Are you going to gamble for fun, or are you going to gamble for money? This year, make that decision that will build your bankroll all year long. Go to FatJackSports.com, and for less than $100 a week, make money betting on the games. That's FatJackSports.com. It's a personal portal. It comes to your email. It's hassle-free. It'll make you money. FatJackSports.com.
Hey, it's John McGivern here. You know I love Network Health. One of the reasons is that they're local and they understand how important that is. Their exceptional customer service isn't just words on a page. It's what they do. It's what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
We are a wreck. You say that I'm a mess. How could you expect anything less? You latched onto me, then cried how strong you alone. I told you when you asked, I knew this wouldn't last.
Combining the best of social media postings when you're supposed to be picking up your kid from a birthday party. Landman and the radio technique of teasing, all to bring you now, at long last, how Joe Thomas stole a page out of Barry Alvarez's playbook to fix Badger football.
He said the whole playbook, by the way.
He did. He said
my
Joe
playbook.
said it right.
Let me tell you something. Search committees don't hire. I don't hire search committees. Search committees hire me.
Go boo in a bar.
A couple of the
Joel,
all-time great quotes.
He's got a few of them. You better get season tickets now because before long you won't be able to get them. Joe, there's another good one.
Oh, that's good.
So, Joe, fix Badger football for us in 4 minutes or less.
Are we rolling the tape? Or are we having me talk?
No, do it live.
Oh, I thought you had a great.
We'll do it live.
A great producer would probably have a nice little highlight.
No,
cut up.
Jesse
Boom,
doesn't.
boom, boom.
Jesse doesn't
That's
believe
right.
in playing audio.
So,
It's not.
yeah. So we'll start with just one thing here, right? And I think this is the thing that maybe is peeved the most Wisconsin fans from the state is the thing that's always made Wisconsin football unique and special and great and given us so much pride as fans is you've always had that wall around the state. You've always recruited and kept home the guys that were here. And you would take chances on guys that are maybe borderline tweeners. You're not sure if they can make it or not because they're from Wisconsin. Because you know you're going to get that little extra effort from them in the fourth quarter when things are tough and everybody else is cutting and running because it means more. They grew up with that W on their hat. They grew up watching games as a kid. And they're not somebody that's going to give up when things get hard, whether that be training camp, off-season training, when they're trying to run you up and down those stadiums and trying to wear you out and steal your soul, or whether that be in the fourth quarter in a tough, tight game where you're beat up, you're tired, you're hurt, things are maybe not looking so great, you're down by 14 or 7, you keep fighting. Those are the guys that are from the state. And I think we took our eye off that ball a little bit with how we were recruiting. Tausch, you know way more about the program than I do, but we let way too many good players in the state of Wisconsin leave because I think we were focused on recruiting nationally and trying to move our program to that next level in everybody's eyes to be able to compete consistently with Ohio State, Michigan, Texas, Alabama, those teams. And so we were trying to recruit those guys, and because you only have so much time, if you're spending a lot of time recruiting those guys, you're neglecting the guys that are under your nose. And when you don't have the money and you don't have the historical prestige to compete with Ohio State, Texas, for those recruits, when you lose out, now you've been spending your time on a guy that you lost. And then now those guys in state are going, well, yeah, it's great that you offered me, and now all of a sudden you're my best friend.
I didn't feel that love from the
jump. But I didn't feel that love.
Yep. Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Yeah. Jason, what do you got?
My thoughts are that I don't have the answers because I'm not the Hall of Famer that you are or the influencer that Tausch is. I had my thoughts, and I certainly was put in the bad cop situation with the athletic director, who, again, I thought
Did you say bad cop or journalistic? I mean, you did your job as a journalist, and you did a great job.
There were some people that described my role was to be the bad cop, and I was happy to do that
you did a good
because
job.
I am a journalist. But my issue with Barry and my issue, frankly, Joseph, with you.
Ooh.
Give it to me.
Yeah,
I like
Here we go.
That's how you get to the best decisions.
Let's go.
Right?
No, I'm definitely not. There's no fighting. But my issue is it doesn't feel like there's any view, and again, I don't want to be harshly critical of Chris McIntosh, but you guys are talking about a world that doesn't exist as much anymore, right, in college football. And on the other side, what I keep hearing from the world that does exist is we just need to spend more money, right? More support, pledging more support. Somewhere in between the old school world that Barry lives in, which, look, I understand that there was like cheating going on under the table, like blue chips, and Matt Nover getting his big tractor, and Shaq and Penny getting paid off. But at least in that system, you kind of knew what you were up against. If there's not a salary cap for schools, if there are not more limitations on whatever, then it's going to be the college football version of baseball, where the haves and the have-nots, there are going to be times when teams like the Brewers can do what they did, but it's not going to be frequent. It's going to be the same teams all the time. Alabama, Ohio State, all of those. So I would like to see some better plan that is not just an arms race that, Oregon has Nike money and now Indiana has Mark Cuban money. I don't want it to be that. And I know you have worked to try with the NIL part of this to make it more effective. And I appreciate that. But do we see a point where college football can do what the NFL has successfuldy done, which is so many of its teams enter the year thinking they've got a chance?
Yes, Joe, you are called upon.
So I think the difference here, Wilde, Tausch, Jesse, do any of us not agree that we think college football should have some type of a salary cap?
Yes,
so
of course they should.
The paying of the players is more equal.
Yes.
So what are we talking about, right? We're talking about what are the things we can do right now. I know, but we don't control the NCAA or the Big Ten. Like, until those people put their big boy shorts on and we get some true leadership there, and then we need some leadership in Congress and politics. Okay, that'll never happen. So we're wasting our time here talking, but until that happens and we get that structure, we got to play with the structure we have. We got to play with the ball that they gave us. And so we're trying to think of, all right, we're Wisconsin. We have Wisconsin's best interest in mind. What are the things that we can do to try to make us more competitive in the current environment?
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're trying to do. And it's not that I don't respect it.
Let me tell you something. Indiana has changed the game for everybody's expectations.
You're
also.
right.
But they got the money. So the question is, do we not have the money, or did we not reach out to the right people that have the money and convince them to put the money into NIL and to our players? I don't know that answer. I mean, it's not like the NFL where you have information about player salaries and contracts and salary cap right at your fingertips. So you're reading reports from other people and you're just kind of taking them as fact. Like, I think Wisconsin spends, half of what Ohio State spends on their players? So it's hard to be competitive. It's like baseball, like you mentioned. But do we just accept that fact and say, well, the teams that have money in the Big Ten are just going to be the better teams right now? Or do we try to do something about it? And I don't know what that answer is, right? I would like to think that Wisconsin, being the prestigious university with the number of Fortune 500 CEOs that we have, the people that love.
Really good drop.
Thank you.
Yep.
You can send the check, UW Alumni Fund, to Joe Thomas Hall of Fame beef. But
you got to sell a lot of beef, bro.
We're going to have to sell a lot of beef to be able to afford $25 million a year. But I think Big Cat is doing a good job at Barstool. Like, hey, let's rouse the base. Let's find the boosters that have the money and let's make those connections.
There's a couple people over at the UW
so maybe,
don't think Big Cat's doing such a good job.
Well, I know they're probably mad at him, but you know what? At least he's talking about us. And if we don't have people like that talking about Wisconsin football, who's going to talk about us?
Yeah.
We're not fun to talk about. We're boring. We're not doing anything on offense. Yeah, our defense is great. We're losing
Tune
games.
in 6:30 on
Like,
Saturday.
what are we talking about? We have passion. We have pride. We're like the Browns fan base. We want to talk about our team. We want to make it. We want better. We want to fix it. So let's try to do something about it. And so maybe, Tosh, I don't have the inside knowledge that other people in the program, maybe you have. Like, have we not made the outreach we need to the boosters that can make a difference? Now, maybe we don't have a Mark Cuban, and maybe we don't have somebody who has, or a group of people that have the money that some of these other programs do. But maybe we have them. They're not public
Here's
figures,
what I would
and
say.
so we have to find them and make those relationships
and
curate
convince them that it's worth their investments.
Exactly.
Yeah, here's what I would say. I think everybody needs to do better in all facets of all of this, because what we've done, and that goes to, whether it's, being out with more donors, doing more events, being around the state, caravan around, and get people bought in to what we're doing and having a vision of what that's going to look like. That, to me, off-season wise, needs to be, along with raising money and bringing in a lot better players, and all of the things that I'm sure you're going to hear and see. That with the keeping the high school coach, you have so many things that I think need to be improved upon.
Yeah, but you got to have something to sell. That's great, and that's what you could have done going into year one. And I'm not sure if they didn't do it. I'm just going off, again, reports and things that I hear from other people.
Sure.
That it maybe didn't happen. And the results on the field and the results in recruiting where we haven't got those top guys in Wisconsin.
And really what people care about is the results on the field. They don't care about –
that's the only
nobody
thing that
cares
matters.
how the meat gets made. People care about the sizzle, and, man, dang, it's good.
Well, we care about how the meat is made because it makes it moist.
Wetter the better. We heard that earlier.
That is true.
So the important thing, though, is if Fickle never made one call to a single in-state recruit, but they were undefeated right now, nobody would be saying a peep. It's the fact that we're not very good, and we're trying to find answers and solutions, and we look back on what we always did and how important it is to keep the dudes that we have in-state, because whether we pay $1 million for them and that's their value and somebody else pays $1 million for them, we're going to get more value out of them because they love Wisconsin football, and they're going to go further and farther for a team that they've cheered for since they were kids and that the family cheers for, their parents and their friends and their uncles and cousins go to these games. Like, you're going to get more out of those guys. And so I think it makes sense to put more effort into those guys than other schools will. And I get it that in the NIL era, you got to back it up with money. But if it's a tie, they're going to stay home with the team that they've cheered for their whole life.
Well, we will talk to one of those prominent, wealthy alumni.
Oh, baby.
Gated community, Double Homes.
Is this that guy
He's
from
a Double
China?
Homes guy.
No, it's Evan Cohen of Unsportsmanlike.
He's
Who'll
even
join
richer.
us
Yeah, he's very wealthy and super successful.
after Tausch tells us about Coors Light.
Well, who doesn't love a good Coors Light? Whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying your experience during the game, or celebrating a big win after the game, or you just need a moment to chill, crack open that Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it is cold packaged, so it is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company at Golden, Colorado.
Evan Cohen joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
A father faces homelessness. A mother is hospitalized, and there's no one to watch their children. La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center is the only free 24/7 crisis nursery in Milwaukee. It's a safe and nurturing place for children aged 0 to 12 to stay while their parents work to regain stability and strength. Your generosity keeps the doors open, so join them at Facts and Familia Trivia Night on November 19th. All proceeds support La Causa Crisis Nursery and Respite Center. Get tickets and learn more at lacausa.org.
Crisp air, cozy sweaters, and a home that's actually ready for fall. Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Don't let your home be the only thing falling apart this season. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. Exterior Pros and Baths, because your house deserves a little sweater weather too.
Change your grocery game plan to locally owned Century Foods, home of the best meat, freshest produce, and tastiest treats.
And free groceries.
Okay, just calm down. We'll get to that later.
Stay tuned in right here to score free groceries.
Stop, please.
Okay, I'm shutting up. My lip is zipped.
Anyway, now through Wednesday, save on 3-ounce can McCormick Black Pepper, $3.99. 0.77 to 2.12-ounce selected varieties McCormick Grinders, 2 for $4. 29 to 30-ounce selected varieties Libby's Pumpkin, $3.99. 19.5 to 34-ounce selected varieties Sara Lee Fruit or Cream Pies, $4.99. 10 to 54-count selected varieties Hefty Plates, Bowls, Storage, or Freezer Bags, 2 for $5.
And now time for the big reveal. Free groceries.
That's too over the top. Forget it. I'll handle the rest. Enter to win $500 worth of free groceries on Century's Facebook or Instagram by December 31st.
It pretty much hurt doing anything. I couldn't ride a bicycle. You don't have your life because you don't have your mobility.
So when Patrick heard about QC Kinetics and their non-invasive regenerative treatments for pain, no waiting, he called them immediately.
There's no downtime. There's no rehab. That was the tipping point for me. I didn't have to take any drugs. I didn't have to rehab.
Before considering surgery, check out QC Kinetics all-natural treatment options that restore and repair damaged joint tissue in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back.
If you have knee replacement surgery, and then the knee is not yours, and there's no guarantee that that's going to be successful.
QC Kinetics. Patients around the country are raving about the results. They're getting back their mobility, taking back their lives with no downtime, no drugs, and no surgery. Don't wait. Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
You know what that music means? Another prominent University of Wisconsin alumnus that Joe Thomas and the Wisconsin NIL Collective will be hitting up for a donation right after he gets off the air on Unsportsmanlike. It is Evan Cohen on Wilde and Tausch. Evan, good morning. How are you?
Morning, everybody. I have my Wisconsin jersey here. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to put it on because it has the wrong apparel company, so it's an older one. What do I do in this spot?
Puma.
No.
Champion.
Is that what you wore, Joe? Did you have Puma when you were playing?
No, but it was funny because I've got a Browns jersey from '99 hanging in my basement that I got from somebody. It was an amazing gift. It's got my autograph, which is kind of weird having it in my house, but autogram and Jim Brown autograph on there with pictures and stuff, and it's a Puma jersey. And my son was down there yesterday. He goes, Puma? They've never been an official NFL jersey supplier. And I was trying, well, you know, like back in the day, they had more than just Nike. He's like, no, it's only Nike. Wow. And then I just stopped arguing with him. But Tauscher was a Reebok guy, I bet.
Yes, we had Reebok, for sure.
Yeah, I have my Lee Evans Adidas jersey. That's what I have.
There you go.
The only
Adidas.
Wisconsin jersey I ever had was a Lee Evans.
That's a good one.
Put it on.
You want me to put it on?
Yeah, I'm on board. Well, we love Lee Evans.
Yeah, Lee's the best.
A legend.
All right, there we go. I'm gonna throw. It's the white jersey. What do we think? It's a little big on me, but
you could hit the weight room.
Right?
Bench press wouldn't hurt you at all.
Yeah. Oh, I got nothing. I have nothing.
Too much time on the radio.
I heard what you guys were talking about there, and I think it's so interesting just where we're at, because when Joe said we're boring, we need to have conversations more than we need to worry about the football part of it. It's kind of like what, Wilde and Tausch, we've been talking about for weeks, which is like my whole life. I obviously am not a big time athlete, but I played sports my whole life. My dad would say to me constantly, let your game do your talking. Let your game do your talking. Like, don't talk. And now I feel like all we need to do is actually talk, because we want to avoid the game part of it. We just want to know that people are going out there and approaching people. Like, Joe, have they done enough to win you over?
As far as what goes?
Conversational. I'm not asking you about money or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, do you feel, as one of the greatest players to ever play the sport, who, oh, by the way, happened to go to Wisconsin, do you feel like you're a part of the program?
See, I feel very biased to be able to answer this question because me personally, I do, but I've always had really deep ties to everybody in the program. And, I live in a neighborhood and my kids are friends with some of the coaches. And, I've always had really deep ties. And so I don't feel like I'm the right one to answer that, because I would say yes. But I just am trying to hear from other people to feel like, has the program made the same level of outreach to you as well? And I understand that, not everybody's got unlimited time to be able to do all those things, but I think one of the things that Coach Alvarez was always really good at is making the alumni feel welcome, making the former players feel welcome, doing a great job reaching out to boosters and high school coaches. He's Alvy, right? Everybody loves him. He loves being social. He loves talking to those guys and building those relationships. And so I don't know for sure, because my experience is different than what I hear from a lot of other Wisconsin alumni, former players, boosters, things of that nature.
And I guess the point is, it's easy to be nice to Joe Thomas. It's harder to be nicer to.
Well, thank you. You're very kind. I appreciate that.
No, I mean, I know you're like that's all right, Jason. For you and I, non-players, I interpret that as Joe is as humble as a human being as could be, and he's basically saying, of course, they're going to reach out to me, but they need to reach out to everybody else.
Right, and I would say that it's easy to reach out to the Pro Football Hall of Famer, right? Because there's something to get from him. Right, his prominence with everything he's done, both as a player and after his career, you'd be stupid not to. But if you want to get buy-in, you need it from all of the alumni. And look, Tausch, I think you would tell me if you would disagree with this. I think the Packers, which obviously are not in the same, trying to drum up interest for their program and investment, etc., but they've done a better job in recent years of connecting with their alumni, right? You've got the alumni suite now. You guys are invited back more. Like, there was a time when they didn't do the greatest job of that. It's not apples to oranges, but that is an important piece, and guys want to feel wanted and invested, and the more guys that feel wanted and invested that play in your program, I'm not saying word of mouth is going to get you all the best players if you don't pay top dollar in today's realm, but I do think that if you have these ambassadors for your program who played in it, that's a huge opportunity. And other schools do have their former players doing that for them. And I don't feel like right now, based on what I see from former Badger football players, that the messaging is, oh my God, I love my program and I love where we're at and I am here to support it. I don't think they feel connected to it. You tell me.
Well, here's what I'll say. I think former players, whether it's at your college or your professional team, you just want to feel appreciated. You don't need to be welcomed back with, 100 different things. You want to feel appreciated. If you want to come back for a game, they will, help you out to do that. I think that's the first step. But as far as, especially, and let's just take Wisconsin, you want your alumni and players to feel a ton of pride in what's going on. And when things aren't going well, I don't have a problem, and I don't know if the administration and coaching staff has a problem with guys coming from a really good point of view, even though it's negative, because the season has not been great. I don't think that should be some big troubling thing. I want my players to have high expectations, and then I want solutions if things aren't going well. So I think there's too much. Too much gets kind of put into some of the negative things that are said. What do you expect? Like that. Then it comes down to, okay, are you helping and are you interested in helping the process go? Mm-hmm. That really is the question to me. I think, can you always be better from an outreach standpoint and from whether it was the high school coaches or the boosters? Obviously you can. Like, I don't think there's ever going to be you're throwing a perfect game. It's showing effort and showing that you care and you want people bought in. That's how I would answer that.
Well, and I mean, like, on a smaller scale, obviously, than a former player, but like we announced today on our show nationally that we're bringing the show to Madison on Friday. Like, we're going to the Wisconsin-Illinois game. Now,
Let's go.
All right.
Las Vegas to the Midwest.
Well, Michelle Smallman went to Illinois. Obviously, I went to Wisconsin, and so like there is a good theme for us. And I'm trying to do my part. I mean, I like that. My part is here's the tricky thing.
Thank you for your service.
No, but here's the tricky thing, right?
Yeah.
The tricky thing is, would it be a good idea or a bad idea to try to get Fickle on the show? Because I could argue it's a bad idea, because then you got to talk about Wisconsin football instead of just how great of a town Madison is that we're coming for the game the next day, right? I mean, like, and I'm not saying I would love to have Coach Fickle on in studio, but at the same time, as Joe said, we're kind of boring right now.
Yeah, I've been on a lot of bad teams, and I've been in that situation where you got to face the media every day. You got to talk about your team. You got to talk about the job that you're doing. It's not easy. It's not fun.
Did it ever hurt being out there and just saying, I understand where the fans are coming? Like, does that ever hurt on your end as a player when you would do that when you're going through a 1-16 or 1-15 season?
And no matter what you say, You weren't on a lot of
Evan was
1 and
Evan was on
15s.
an 8 team. What was that group?
No, they won in the game he missed.
1 and
Yeah, exactly. Congrats on all of your successes there. It's never fun. And no matter what you say, fans are going to hate it. Because in the end, it's a binary business. Are you winning or are you losing? That's the only thing anybody cares about. They don't care about outreach. They don't care about all this other stuff if you're winning. But when you lose, all those things creep up. And all those things that may be minor problems become huge problems. But as a head coach, as the AD, as the face of a franchise, as the face of a university, as a face of a program, you have to be ready to always be selling something, always be selling some hope and optimism, and be willing to take that criticism and know that if you do come on ESPN National with Evan and you talk about Wisconsin football, no matter what you say, people are going to hate it. But at least you're making the effort to be able to go out there and to sell a little bit of a vision and hope for the future. And what is the process? We know things aren't very good right now. Here's the mistakes we know we've made. Here's the solutions we're taking. And this is why we think it's going to be successful. I know everyone's going to hate it, but at least you're out there and you're doing those things. And at least you're sending some type of a message so people don't have to create their own narrative about what's going on because of silence.
Great point. That is a really good point. Evan, I'm curious. You mentioned obviously Smalls went to Illinois. You obviously are around lots of people at ESPN that went to a lot of different schools. When you talk about the fact that you went to Wisconsin, what do they say right now?
They make fun of the football team and they talk about how great the town is. I mean, that's kind of commonplace with everyone because all of us know, spending as much time as we have in Madison and Joe and Tausch obviously living there, and I say by choice. We have to note, Joe Thomas and Mark Tauscher live in Madison by choice because of how amazing of a place it is for them and their families and their lives and their connections. Madison is unbelievable. You go to college in Wisconsin, it is unreal. But from a football perspective, no, I get ragged on. But and when I do the follow-up of, have you ever been to Madison? Oh, it's the greatest town ever. Oh, I heard it's the greatest town ever. Tell me about Halloween in Madison. And then I tell them I actually took a bus overnight to Big Ten Basketball Media Day because that's when it was and I was covering it for the student newspaper. Anyway, but the point is that they love Madison. They make fun of the football team, if I'm going to be real about it, Jason.
Yeah.
Questioning your decision-making skills at this point, but we can keep going.
This point.
Big J journalists, Evan and I, when we were students. All right, so Evan, tell us more road trip so people can be ready for your arrival. What all do you have planned when you come?
I'm glad you asked about this. So we're doing this show. So we get there on Thursday. Tausch arranged a dinner that I just learned yesterday. Oh, hold on, Joe. I learned yesterday Tausch arranged a dinner on Thursday that Tausch is no longer going to.
That is true.
Defend yourself.
I just can't make it.
What is this?
No, I can't make it.
It just doesn't want to go.
No, I can't make it, but we are doing a fun thing on Friday. It's an all-day deal that it's going to be Evan and Michelle and Matt LePay and myself, and that's going to be a great time. They're going. I can't believe they're going. The dinner's at 8 or 8:30. It's too late for me.
That's after my bedtime.
Yeah, it's too late for me.
Is the reservation in your
It's too late for you. I have to be up at 3 in the morning.
I said that it was going to be too late, that you guys wouldn't want it, but I was proven wrong. So I gently backed out.
Quiet quitting.
Yeah, something like
Quiet quitter.
I can't believe you guys are actually going that late.
What are you talking about? You set it up. You told them that we were going.
Set it up.
To it. Yes, you did.
Sort of.
And then, by the way, there's a hole in the schedule. Have you noticed that? Tausch, what are we doing Friday night?
I don't know.
Apparently nothing with
Is
Tausch.
there something that you want to go do?
What's he doing or what are you doing?
We're going to Joe's hunting camp.
Yeah, I guess.
Me, you, and Smalls are going to go to Joe's hunting camp, uninvited. You ready?
So, wait. Tausch,
we got fiber. We can record live.
Yeah.
Is there a thought on Friday to revisit the same place as dinner on Thursday?
Sure. Yeah, we can revisit and take a look at that. Certainly.
Okay.
All right.
But I'm very excited to be. Oh, and by the way, Saturday, in all seriousness, Jason, there's multiple shows going on. So ESPN College Tailgate Tour that Amber Wilson and Jonathan Zaslow do all across the country at the biggest games every week. Again, what are we doing for Wisconsin? I got them to do this. this is not the biggest game. Let me be honest with you, Wisconsin, Illinois.
Well, the SEC is playing all cupcakes. It's cupcake week down in the SEC.
But Tausch,
yes.
Do you understand that national shows will be originating from Madison around the Wisconsin-Illinois game on Friday morning, Friday night, and Saturday morning?
Okay.
So when Joe says it's got to be more than just like the one-person outreach, the UW Hall of Fame, the Pro Football Hall of Famer, like this is what we can. This is my part, is like promotion by way of national stuff, right? Like I'm not going to be able to give the money that Big Cat or whoever Big Cat's going to get to be able to give money, but I can give promotion in an honest, moral, legal way, and that's what I think Joe's point is a good one. It's like, I know it comes off like kind of sappy and cheesy, but like, yeah, everybody's kind of got to do their part to rally the troops here. My part is marketing, promotion, content. Like that's my part, right? Jason's part may be telling stories about the university in a way that maybe we hadn't seen before. Tausch's part is he should really be giving money, all of it, every dollar you've ever spent.
I was wondering where you were going to go. I knew it was going to be down some road of that ilk. So yes.
What? Okay. Joe, can I put you on the spot?
Yes, please.
On something?
Mm-hmm.
If they wanted you to take over the whole thing, would you do it?
Ooh, great question.
In what capacity?
Yeah, that's
head
another good
coach?
question.
Chancellor?
No.
Grand Poobah?
Let's say they wanted you to be whatever would be the general manager.
Football GM.
Hold on, there is a general manager, so I don't want to fire someone. They want you to be above the general manager, below the athletic director for football.
Yeah, I guess I would say no, just off the top, but I would need to know what that looks like because life's pretty busy right now, and I don't want to have to say no to my children. You know, like, hey, son, can't go to your basketball game ever because I'm going to be doing X, Y, and Z for perpetuity. But I think your point's a good one. Like, everyone should do their part. Everyone should look and try to figure out, hey, what are the things that I can do to help promote this program? And, you know, if it ever came to it, we'd have that discussion. We could have that conversation to see what it looked like. Because I do love the state. To your point, me, Tausch, we decided to move back here or move to Madison to be close because this university is so amazing. The city is so amazing. We wanted to raise our kids here. We wanted to be close to the Badger Kingdom right there in Madison because we love it. It's who we are. It's our identity. We're Badgers. Like, when you come to school here as a freshman, as an 18-year-old boy, and you become a 22-year-old man when you leave, and you go through Barry Alvarez and Brett Bielema, it gets into your blood, and it becomes a fabric of your identity that's stronger than maybe anything else. And I think that's why there's such a connection with alumni who went to school here or who played here, and there's so much passion in getting this thing right because it is so important, and it's not a thing that you just would cut and run from and be like, well, I guess I'm just not a Badger fan right now. Like, we're always going to be Badger fans. We're always going to have pride in who we are and what our university is and what our football and basketball teams are doing and hockey and all the other sports. Like, that's why we want it to be good. That's why it's so important to us. And so I think we're willing to do those things. And I think that's why it's like, hey, what can we do tangibly besides having the NCAA change the rule book and having some type of salary cap that can make a difference, that can get us back to our rightful place as one of the powerhouses in college football?
Evan, and the salary cap thing is a defeatist attitude. I'm glad you said it that way because that's assuming we're going to be not as good as we should be forever. I would rather, like, it's like when people say the Dodgers are bad for baseball. No, the Pirates are bad for baseball. The Dodgers should be the example. Like, we shouldn't want a salary cap to lessen the other schools. We should want our school to raise so much money and have so much power in a positive way that we have no limitation.
Oh, Jason's shaking his head. Jason doesn't like that.
I just don't think that's realistic, though. I mean, I think it's great to have that mentality as Badger fans. Like, yeah, we can do it. We can raise more money. We can put more money into NIL and be competitive with all these other schools. But I'm not sure that's completely realistic. I think we can get a lot closer than we are right now, certainly. But I do think ultimately it will be nice for competitive balance. And maybe it's not a salary cap to bring the haves down. Maybe it's more of a revenue sharing type thing that brings the have-nots up. And so it's more of an equal playing field, my opinion.
My only counter to the counter on that.
Okay.
Is that in double negative? The counter to the counter?
No, here's what
triple dog dare you.
Okay.
So when you think about NIL across the country, a lot of times you think about the money to get quarterbacks and receivers and pass rushers and running backs. You don't think about it to get Joe Thomas and Mark Tauscher. What I'm saying is let's actually invest in our strengths instead of our weaknesses. And instead of thinking about who our next quarterback is and who our next running back and wide receiver, let's make the offensive line, like it's always been, so unbelievably good, and let's spend our money there that you can have a B-level quarterback be totally sufficient because he has 1 split second more to throw the football.
I love that. Reallocation of the resources. That's something that you can tangibly do without having to raise a ton more money. Yeah, do we want more money? Of course. But, hey, instead of spending it poorly, we're going to spend it wisely on the things that have always been.
J-Dub, stop biting your lip. Speak. I can see you're just biting it.
I
Go.
like that. I like
so
you're all mad. Go. I'll co-sign on that.
I thought earlier Joe made a really good point about Wisconsin in-state recruits, which is you still have to pay them the competitive going rate. I don't think, as much as I love you guys, I don't think that where the program currently sits, that a kid that goes to Bayport or a kid that goes to Muskego is necessarily as nostalgic about the University of Wisconsin as a kid who got his first stuffed Bucky Badger when he was 4 years old, like me, who always dreamed of going there, not as a football player, obviously. So the money is going to matter even for in-state recruits. And Joe said that the idea would be the tie goes to keep it, to staying at home, to make it that appealing. I love everything you're saying. I just think that and I'm not going to pretend to understand all kids that are high school students today, but I don't know if there is the same pull for them. I'm sure for some of them there are. Others, I want to go to the highest bidder.
Right, but right? Jason, okay. But Jason, there's going to be 2 things that I will predict right now that will serve in essence as Moneyball for college sports, and in this case, college football.
So now you're speaking Wildy's language.
You are indeed, yes.
Moneyball is not the Oakland A's. Moneyball is finding value where others don't. So there's going to be 2 ways of doing it. Option A, actually not having a quick trigger finger, which Wisconsin is trying, right? Someone is going to find value in actually staying with the regime longer than fans and alumni and media think they should. That's an easy one. Option 2 is a little bit different. Option 2 is going to run an offensive system that no one else runs nor would steal players from.
Are you telling me you want to go wing T or veer option like Don Morton did?
Don Morton.
Are you telling me you want to go veer option?
Fear the veer.
Tausch,
yes.
Someone will find value in saying, let's run, in essence, a wishbone. Let's just use that as an example.
Oh my
where
God.
Other schools will say, no, listen to me.
I'm listening.
Other schools. I don't think
I'm
you're
listening, Dad. Stop yelling at me.
It seemed like you're listening.
How do you listen when you're
somehow, some way, there will be a university and a football program that will say, we want to run something where no other school even tries to take our players because they don't run what they are able to run. That if we have the best offensive lineman and we're doing the old Belichick against the Bills on Monday Night Football a few years ago and running the ball 46 of 49 times and boring you to death, but we score more points than the other team, someone will ultimately find value in that.
It's like you listened to my 4-part Netflix series from Saturday. Because
Is that what you said?
I said we need to zig when everybody else zags. Because it was already 2 minutes long and Instagram told me nobody's going to watch this if it goes any further. I didn't get into the Belichick examples. But thank you, Evan, for being on the show because you're a Patriots guy and you understand what has Belichick always been the best at is finding value where other people don't.
You got Tom Brady as his quarterback and he can't win jack without him.
I get that. But, all right, outside of that.
He's doing a great job at
4-3
UNC doing
when
that,
everybody
by the
was
way.
3-4.
Yeah.
3-4 when everybody was 4-3. Doing things differently so that you can find guys that have value that other people maybe don't want and build a system and a structure and a program around those guys. I mean, it's not that far off from what Alvy was doing, right? We were round and pound. We were physical, tough-nosed, hard-working dudes from the Midwest and the East Coast. And, there wasn't a lot of value in those players to other people. Now, you got to pay a little bit more for them now, but you can build a roster that leans into that strength and then recruit and pay those guys that maybe other schools aren't willing to pay as much, and so you can find value in those guys and win with maybe 10, 15, 20% less NIL money than some of those other big schools. I love that idea. That was my idea.
And here's another place you can find value where others don't. Start knocking on the doors of the other sports and see if you can use any of their players that they already budgeted for on your team.
That might be a harder stretch. I'm going to be totally honest.
Why? Chris Chambers. What was Chris Chambers?
Oh, God.
Yeah, but they recruited him as a football player. I mean, I was football track, Chambers football track, Jonathan Taylor.
Could use
track.
Brad Davison at
But
quarterback
we were
this year.
football players first, and I don't think we're sliding under the radar, and nowadays.
Just saying.
Michael Bennett, football, and then also did track. It's not like there's all these dudes
Reggie
that are getting
Torian.
paid a bunch of money. Yeah, exactly. Paid a bunch of money in all these other sports that nobody knew they were good football players. That were, we're going to get this $1 million sprinter from the Badgers to come out for the football team. Sorry, that's a bad take, Evan. I like that we're brainstorming here, but I don't think that one's going to work.
And they can play their games in fantasy land. All right. Evan, safe travels to Madison. Enjoy your late
do
night.
you want? So Joe and I were just talking. Do you want us to leave our holiday cards here for you?
That's a great point.
Or do you want us to mail them to you? Because I know how interested you are. Just because we're here and you're coming in a couple of days, how would you like that?
Yeah, you can take it and put it in a shredder is what I'd like you to do, Tausch.
So
I just don't understand the fact you're such a good friend to us. You've been so good to, and you don't care about people's lives. Like, think about that, Evan. You don't care what Joe and Annie have done with their family and what their kids are doing. You don't want to know? Like, that seems so unlike you. You're such a you got that hard exterior where you try to be all tough, and then you weep up at Canty's baby shower, and Small's telling you how great you are, and I loved how uncomfortable you were when she's telling you how great of a husband you are. You're all that, and then when we try to share our lives with you, you tell us to shred it, and you don't care? Look at you've sent Joe out. That's how upset he is.
Joe left.
That make it make sense to me, Evco. Okay. He can't. Or he hung up.
Did he hang up?
I don't know.
It appears Evan froze. Yeah.
All right. I'm better.
You going to be all right?
I'm better, guys.
Okay, let's get you a beef stick over break here.
Thank you. That's what I need right now.
All right, that was Evan Cohen, who had no real response. So the timing there, troubling to say the least.
Maybe he hung up. Yeah, maybe he hung up.
I don't know what happened there. We need to continue on. We've lost complete control of the show, so it feels like a good time for me to tell you about one of our favorite things to do this time of year. It's time again for your chance to win Kringle for a year. It's the jingle for your Kringle contest. It's back. Presented by Racine Danish Kringles. This is your chance to let your creative juices flow and deliver a musical performance and potentially win Kringle for a year. Now, remember, our one rule, in addition to it having to be under 60 seconds, is you have to include the line, it's not just a treat, it's a tradition in your jingle. Submit your entry and find contest rules at our new website, jingleforyourkringle.com. That's right, jingleforyourkringle.com. Jingle for Your Kringle, brought to you by Racine Danish Kringles. 800-4Danish or kringle.com to order this holiday season. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
St. Nick meets St. Kate. The holidays are in full swing at St. Kate the Arts Hotel, where every celebration shines a little brighter. Browse unique gifts at the holiday marketplace, gather for unforgettable Christmas Eve and Christmas Day dining, and of course, don't miss Brunch with Santa, a family favorite filled with joy, treats, and holiday magic. Celebrate the season at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Visit stkatearts.com/holidays for all the details.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Shorter days don't have to be so dismal. It's time to reach out and check in on those you care about and to remind ourselves that we are not alone. This month, don't wait to reach out. Whether you're checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself, BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. Our listeners get 10% off their first month. Just call pound 250 and say the keyword timeout. That's keyword timeout after calling pound 250.
At Big Fish Contracting, we want every home project to be a good story worth sharing. That's why we as a team aim to exceed your expectations. We can improve any aspect of your home. Everything from a complex remodel to the essential roof, gutters, siding, and windows. Integrity, humility, and kindness are why we've grown in southeastern Wisconsin for the last 2 decades. Visit BigFishContracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Shop the pig! Thanksgiving starts with the bird, and at Piggly Wiggly, you can gobble up savings. Jenny-O turkeys are just 39 cents a pound. That's right, you can bring home a 12-pound turkey for less than $5. And while you're here, don't forget to sign up for the new Pig Points Rewards program, where the more you shop, the more you earn, and the more you save. So hurry in, grab your turkey, and make this Thanksgiving a winner, only at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig!
This holiday season, celebrate where Milwaukee comes together. 3rd Street Market Hall. Whether you're planning a private party, a semi-private gathering, or a festive social night out, we've got the space, the flavor, and the fun to make it unforgettable. With incredible local food vendors, craft cocktails, and built-in entertainment like shuffleboard, games, and more, your group will have a holiday party they'll talk about all year long. Visit thirdstreetmarkethall.com for more information on booking your event.
It's back Black Friday at Ewald Automotive Group, and it's our biggest event yet. Shop vehicles with up to $10,000 off, or 0% financing, or 0 down. We'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. Our biggest savings of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, and huge selection. Black Friday is back now at every Ewald location.
On select models with approved credit offers cannot be combined. See dealer for details. Expires month end.
It's Jason Wilde from Wilde and Tausch. Upgrade your industrial supply services with Lakeland Supply, your trusted ISO certified partner for custom packaging, shipping supplies, janitorial, and safety supply solutions. With over 40 years of industry excellence, Lakeland Supply is a proven one-stop source with over 95% of their products made in the U.S., and they treat their customers like family. Personalized service with a national reach. That's what Lakeland Supply does. Visit LakelandSupply.com to discover how they can make your business better.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
It's like when you're gone, I don't wanna move on. I don't wanna know what it's like when you're gone for good. You're slipping through my fingertips a little bit by a little bit. I didn't know the love of you was the happiest.
Thanks to Evan Cohen.
So just correct me if I'm wrong here, fellas. You know, we're all Wisconsin alum. We all want this program and this football team.
I'm not.
It's true.
I wasn't talking about. Okay.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I meant Joe, myself, Jason, and Evan.
I'll go back here.
Boy, you just got to make it about. Oh, I don't like
Well,
attention.
you said fellas. I thought I was one of the fellas.
Okay, Bradley aside. So, Evan Cohen wants to go and run the veer option with cross-country wrestlers and crew? That was what I took from his appearance on our show.
That was the danger of having a really good, high-quality take.
And he went
then
just too far.
Following it with a joke.
It's
because
hard.
that's what it was.
No, he wasn't he wasn't joking, though.
I believe he was.
We
There's
need
no
Reggie
way.
Torian.
Just wait a
There's
second.
no way
You
he
think
could have
he
been
was
serious.
joking?
I know he's thought about it. I mean, that's what he does for a living is think about sports and talk about it. So he had to have thought about that before he said it, but that makes no sense whatsoever.
I think, like a lot of times, and this happens to me too, you'll start talking, and it's so long. You got 3 hours.
Just keep going.
And you just keep going, and you're like,
no filter.
Maybe I went too far, and then you can always kind of bring it back. he didn't have time. He got froze. He can't think that that's a good idea.
Carter Smith or Nolan Winter at quarterback for the final 2 games.
I'm not sure who he's going to identify as this player that we're spending a lot of money on NIL and another sport that also happens to be some fantastic football player.
Yeah, I mean,
Ronaldo Nehemiah.
Yeah, well, let's ask him on Friday.
Old Efco.
You guys can have that conversation at dinner. We will get to the 11 o'clock hour.
FaceTime?
Well, I guess you guys won't because you won't be there either. We will get to the 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch coming up. Joe, you're still sticking around for a whole nother hour, aren't you?
Well, I'm not sure about an hour, but at least 42 more minutes.
42
till
more
noon.
minutes.
Then I got some hot dates at Gotham Bagels. Got to go get my Sammy that chili bagels fired up for me.
Can't wait. I can't wait to be back in Madison for that. You can't wait for the new season of Behind the Bucks, the podcast on the Bucks Plus Audio Network, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Locked In, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson, takes you inside the team's pursuit of another championship. You'll hear from the Bucks stars on how competition is building, the chemistry, and fueling another run to win it all. Find Behind the Bucks on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts. Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher. More Wilde and Tausch with Joe Thomas as the 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes. Stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here, and the Pickler Menominee Falls is now open. Your home for pickleball. 9 premium indoor courts with unlimited play, leagues, tournaments, and clinics, all included in your membership. And right now, if you're not ready to commit to a full membership, you can try it all with their special trial offer. 30 days for $30. That's 1 full month of unlimited play, leagues, and clinics for only $30. Check it out at thepickler.com. That's PICKLR.com.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Hey Milwaukee, it's Jen Latta. Closets by Design Milwaukee is launching a holiday food drive to support families impacted by the government shutdown. Doug and Cindy Gower, the local family behind Closets by Design, are challenging the community to pack the van, feed a fam by filling a delivery van with food, toiletries, and donations for local families in need. Drop off items now through November 30th at 6040 West Executive Drive in Mequon. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Together, we can make sure no family goes hungry this holiday season. Shop Closets by Design today and make a difference.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. Kyle Brust and Nortman. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch, starring Joe Thomas and Barb's favorite member of the cast, Jesse Nelson. Jesse, you have Joe Thomas in your studio in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. It is Tuesday.
Oh, you do a little power ranking?
Do you intend to do the power rankings, even with Mr. Hall of Fame Beef, the meat guy,
Meat Santa.
as a guest?
Meat Santa.
Meet Santa is how he likes to be known.
Wetter the better. Meet Santa.
We had to do that again. All right.
It's not my tagline.
So we've reviewed the Packers with Joe Thomas. We've reviewed the Badgers with Joe Thomas. I think it'd be great to get his thoughts on some of the top teams in the National Football League and how the Green Bay Packers stack up against them. And what better way to do it than with this week's ESPN NFL Nation Power Rankings? Huh? How about it?
It's a good idea, Jesse.
Even got this special music ready to go.
I keep forgetting that we have to continue to pat you on the back and make sure that you're...
Well, Barb wants us
wants us to make sure you're happy.
Barb appreciates that, as do I. Joe Thomas, entering Week 12 of the NFL season, who do you believe is the best team in the National Football League?
You know, I'm going to put my Hall of Fame beef hat on this week's leader in the clubhouse in the Joe Thomas Hall of Fame beef NFL Power Rankings, and it is none other than the Indianapolis Colts, led by Wisconsin legend Jonathan Taylor. Just saw them a couple weeks ago in Berlin, Germany.
He should be the MVP.
They are a complete team.
He should be the MVP.
I hope he will. And it's a good year for it because there's not a clear favorite right now at quarterback.
I agree, but they won't give it to him.
I don't know if he keeps up, but this makes, in overtime, he ripped off like a 60-yard touchdown run. He over 250-some yards rushing. Like, he's leading that offense. Obviously, Daniel Jones is doing a good job. Shane Steichen, their quarterback, had him in Cleveland. Their head coach, offensive coordinator, he's doing a great job setting them up for success on offense. Defense is playing tough. So I think that's a team that's well-balanced and well-situated for a long run as my best team in the NFL.
Wow. Okay, then who do you have? I like this better than the ESPN NFL Nation rankings. Who do you have as the second best team in the National Football League?
Wait a minute. Does ESPN agree with Joe or not?
They do not, but I don't want to spoil it.
I understand. Just wanted to make sure we knew what was going on here.
Joe's, he's been over watching games. It's not the Colts. The Los Angeles Rams are the best team in football right now.
Well, now you're stealing my second point.
Well, no, they're the best team in football right now. Just beat the Seahawks.
Barely.
They had Philadelphia on the ropes. Their quarterback's playing at a really high level. Their defense is good. Their coach is really good. The Rams are the best team in football right now.
Joe, where do you have the Rams? Are they your second best team then?
Well, I actually do have them as my second best team. Love Matt Stafford. I love a veteran presence at quarterback, a guy that's been there. The moment will never get too big for him. Sean McVay, same thing. Smart mind, can tailor his game plan each week to be able to beat the team that he's playing. They can morph from doing something on offense or defense and completely change. Back to the old Belichick days with the Patriots. You don't know exactly what you're going to get from him, but what you do know is solid, steady play at the quarterback position. He can throw the ball and score points with any team in the NFL. They're a very fundamentally sound defense. They don't make mistakes on special teams. And so I like the Rams. I think they're my second best team.
So is the panel in agreement? The Rams are the best team in the NFC. The Colts are the best team in the AFC?
No, I think right now, as we look at it, the New England Patriots are the best team in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Buffalo. Their defense, led with Mike Vrabel, is really good. And I always look when things are kind of muddied and it's like, oh, well, who do you like better here? Who do I trust and want at quarterback more? Drake May is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. I trust him more. I think he's better. And it's not by a large margin. But New England's got the pelts. They're going to win their division. Indy's going to win their division. I don't think either of those two teams will go to the Super Bowl.
I think you made a great point. Who do I trust more? But I actually trust Daniel Jones more than Drake May.
Okay.
Drake May, young player, ascending. We haven't yet seen the second iteration of Drake May, and I say this a lot about young quarterbacks. A lot of times they come in, they play pretty well, but then as that book on them starts stacking up, you start getting all that film, you start getting those tendencies, and then defenses start to pivot. And they start saying, okay, we're going to take away the things that you do pretty well, make you beat us with your weakness. We haven't yet seen what that is from Drake May, but it's coming. And we got to see that second evolution and see where he's going. Whereas Daniel Jones, one, it's not all on him on offense, obviously with Jonathan Taylor, but he's been through a lot more firefights than Drake May has. And he's a guy that I would trust more because he's not feeling like he has all the pressure on him right now. And he doesn't feel like he has to make all those plays, and he knows what it feels like to go through the ups and downs of an NFL career.
So I'm going to make a counterpoint to your counterpoint.
Wait, 2 counterpoints?
Did we watch
This is how
the
we get off the
Pittsburgh
clock.
Steelers Indianapolis Colts game a couple weeks ago? Big game. Pittsburgh's leading their division.
I believe I was in Germany.
I think he had 5
I
or
had a
6.
volleyball
I think
match
he
that
had 5 or
afternoon.
6
I watched much of
turnovers.
that
I think I had to drink some Hellas beer with some Germans.
And that is fantastic. I still don't know how those waitresses hold all those mugs. It's
a lot of practice. Like I tell my
But I'm
kids, you can get
talking,
it
like,
better
could
at
you
anything
do that?
with practice. Oh, I think you and I could. I mean, there's a technique to it, but it is cool.
How many
seeing it.
how many of those steins do they hold them?
There's a technique to everything in life. I think they're holding like 16 or
It is
something. It's a lot.
substantial amount
That's
of
cool.
stein.
A lot of steins.
So we don't know about
Yeah.
Drake May, and listen, man. Young quarterbacks, high pressure. We don't know how they're going. We've seen the movie with Daniel Jones. It's never ended well.
New situation, though. I feel like this
we
is
shall see.
the next revolution of Daniel Jones' greatness. If there was a first revolution.
It's a very limited revolution, but
that one playoff game against Minnesota.
That was great.
Yep, he was good.
Jason, anything you'd like to add before we review where the Packers land in the rankings?
Nope.
All right.
Because it's 11:28.
Number 1, the Rams. This is according to ESPN's NFL Nation. Number 1, the Rams.
Yeah, they're right this week.
Number 2, the Eagles.
Offensively, that team is. They're not going to win the way they're playing offense.
That's why their offensive coordinator is the person on the hot seat.
Number 3, the Patriots. Number 4, the Colts. So ESPN has the Patriots ahead of the Colts. They agree with Tausch.
No.
All it took was Joe being here. Now they agree with you on all the rankings.
It's weird how that
pretty good.
works.
Yeah. Number 5, the Denver Broncos.
Offensively, be worried, but that defense is stout.
6, Bills. 7, Seahawks.
Seahawks, kind of similar. I look at Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold very similarly. Very good regular season. They've been able to do some really good stuff.
Vikings could use both of them about now.
Or Rodgers. Vikings made a faux pas. I told you that they made a faux pas, and they're starting to feel it. Justin Jefferson's letting them know it. Vikings. Quarterback position. Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just going to ask, who do you trust more, Sam Darnold or Daniel Jones? Because I totally see him the same way. Really?
I do.
See, I feel like Sam Darnold, in every big moment he's had in his career, he's stumbled, but not even just a little bit, like mightily.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
not
that's fine. That's your opinion.
No, I'm not going to sit and I'm not going to burn at the stake on that one. But as far as looking
don't
at,
burn my steaks.
You can't,
You wanna
right?
keep
Because
them
the way
moist.
you don't even barely
You
put them on
keep
there.
them moist.
Yeah.
Just a little.
You got to keep it.
On both
the wetter,
sides.
the better.
That's right.
That's what I hear. Number 8, the Lions. Number 9, the 49ers. Number 10, the Buccaneers. Those are all NFC teams ahead of number 11, the Green Bay Packers, down another spot from number 10 last week. 11, the Green Bay Packers. And if you're keeping track, that's so we got the Rams, Eagles, Seahawks,
It's funny,
Lions,
the Bears are nowhere to be found in that. They're ahead
Niners,
of us.
Bucks. Packers are the 7th ranked NFC team, right ahead of the Bears at number 12.
Joe,
Division leading Bears.
Joe, I'm going to float a theory at you, and I want you
it's
to
time
let me
for a
know what
theory.
you think.
I love a theory.
It's theory time with old T. This season, with all of those teams Jesse just said, and I think the Rams have elevated themselves that I think they are the best. Then I think there's a lot of really good teams when they're playing their best, can beat anybody, and when they aren't, they can get beat. Detroit, Philly, Green Bay, Tampa, all of the teams Jesse just mentioned, San Fran. This 1 seed and not having to play in that first round in the NFC this year is the most important 1 seed in the history of football. You'll get both games at home. Everything is so tight that you not having to play in that first round. That first round, typically, if you're a 2 seed versus 7, you look at it and say, oh, yeah. Should be no problem. The only 7 to ever do it has been Green Bay beating Dallas. This year, you make an argument that if Philly has to play San Fran or Seattle, they ain't feeling great about that. Now, would they win? Maybe. But this is the year with how everything is bundled so tightly, like a Hall of Fame beef package.
Toy like a toy.
You need to get that 1 seed.
Little hyperbole there. I think the most important ever. Yeah, I think it's important because then you have to play fewer games. Obviously, you get the home games. But very important.
Okay.
I'll agree 99%. Okay, 99%.
Come on in. The water's
I like
warm.
That. I like
Come
that.
on in.
I like that. All right,
Yes, there we
I'm
go.
on board. Let's
The
go.
water's warm.
Yeah, baby.
Well, the water.
Thank you.
The water is warm in your brand new shower from Kohler Services. Am I right?
It is. If you are looking for a new shower or bath and you're looking to get a remodel, Kohler Services is the group for you. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer, providing care for life. And this month only, you get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel. 0 interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote. Fast professional installation is always included. Again, that is KohlerServicesWI.com.
More with Joe Thomas. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
The pursuit of fair wages and top-of-the-line benefits is achieved when the right union has your back. The Sheet Metal Workers Labor Union is extremely diverse, representing Wisconsinites working HVAC, architectural metals, welding, specialty fabrication, and much more. Make great living wages with outstanding benefits, pensions, and apprenticeship programs in trained, safe working environments. The Sheet Metal Workers Union is a leading force in the revitalization of the labor movement in Wisconsin.
Crispy chicken just keeps getting better at Cousin Subs. Try our crispy chicken basket, complete with 3 white meat tenders and a regular fry, a meal made easy. And for the little ones, our kids meal comes with 2 crispy tenders, applesauce, a juice box, and cookie. Just the right size for growing appetites. Made with quality chicken and ready to enjoy in-store, online, or on the app. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only around for a limited time. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
Without an Advent clinic nearby, people suffering needlessly from chronic nasal congestion and sinus infections would be stuck with either Band-Aid or Sledgehammer solutions. Band-Aids are pills or nasal sprays, and they're not true solutions. Surgery is a sledgehammer, and that's what we're trying to avoid. Because most people don't need surgery for nose and sinus issues, nor do they want a 14-day recovery. Our unique Advent approach can, in 20 minutes in our office, open your blocked nose for good, with only 1-day recovery. I'm Advent founder Dr. Kandula. Outside of Advent's 4 walls, invasive surgery is what they'll recommend. But here, you will find effective and convenient in-office solutions to help you stop the need for Band-Aids and avoid the sledgehammer.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
At Great Midwest Bank, we've been serving Southeast Wisconsin homeowners for 90 years. Wait, 2025 minus 1935? 90 years. Wow. In our 90 years as a community bank, we've learned a lot about the values of the people who live and work here, and appreciate the loyal customers that have made Great Midwest Bank who we are today. Find a location at greatmidwestbank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local, equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Give the gift of game this holiday season and spread the joy with a Milwaukee Bucks gift card. A guaranteed slam dunk for every fan on your list. Recipients can score tickets to Bucks games and other Fiserv Forum events through the Ticketmaster box office. Shop exclusive gear at the Bucks Pro Shop or get their favorite snack at Fiserv Forum's concessions. It's a big win for both you and them. To purchase a gift card, visit bucks.com/giftcards.
Welcome to Jackpot Land, this fall at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games with your Potawatomi Rewards card all fall to win your share of thousands in prizes each month and earn entries into the big December Jackpot Land prize drawings. Your October, November, and December entries all count. Win thousands in cash or reward play. Welcome to Jackpot Land, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
All right, Joe, we have thoroughly enjoyed our time, but my management of the clock during your time with us has been suboptimal. I'm sure you're accustomed to that. I'm sure there were some times when the clock management in Cleveland wasn't very good. I'm curious.
Dang. Taking strays.
Well, it's
facts. Facts.
Right.
Okay, they're facts.
I do have
Still
truth
strays.
as a defense. But Matt LaFleur in the power rankings ESPN did, they have the person who is on the hot seats for each of the 32 teams. That's why I mentioned the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, because he was their writer's pick. Rob Domofsky picked Matt LaFleur. Is Matt LaFleur on the hot seat in your mind, and should he be?
No way. I think he's done a fantastic job. He's doing a good job developing your most important asset in the whole entire franchise with Jordan Love. I think he's brought a creative offense that works. He's been able to adjust a little bit what he wants to do to Josh Jacobs. Sure, they're probably not reaching expectations exactly right now, but that's the ebb and flow of the season. I think he's proven long enough that he's a great coach and he's a great leader, and there's no way, especially a stable franchise like the Packers, it's not like this is the Titans or like one of these goofy owners that wakes up one morning. The Browns have been more stable lately. I will say that.
Right.
They've stuck with their guy.
Look at you.
But if you got one of those goofy owners that wakes up one morning and somebody pissed in his Cheerios and he's like, we got to get rid of everybody. Fire them all. That thinks kind of like a fan when they get pissed off. What are the thing I can control? Well, get mad, yell at everybody, and fire everybody, right? The Packers don't have that. He's not on the hot seat.
I think that there are a lot of Packers fans who disagree with you, but I personally would agree.
I think you're talking about the Packers franchise, and yes, stability has been everything, right? That was under Mark Murphy. It was under Bob Harlan. New executive decided not to extend Matt LaFleur.
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's okay. Light that fire. I'm okay with that. Put the pressure
So
on
let's
him.
say that Green Bay goes and loses in the first round of the playoffs again. Now he's got a 1 year. He's left with a 1 year deal. Do you extend him, give him the 5 years, or what do you do if you're Ed Policy?
Well, I think you extend him because there's a very, very strong chance that he has a great season next year. Now he's a free agent.
Yeah, and coaches don't typically go to free agency.
You never see it. Now, I mean, the money thing's not a big deal with coaches because teams are making so much money and it doesn't count against the salary cap.
Yep.
They can pay them whatever they want, but still, that's a bad look as a franchise and for the players when your coach is out there selling himself.
Yeah, and
on the
he would
street.
never allow himself to be a lame duck, I wouldn't think. I would think Matt LaFleur is going to either say extend me or not. It would be
fire me or extend me.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't think it gets to that, but I think he's a great coach, and I know Packers fans are disappointed right now, but he's taking this team to the playoffs. He's making most of the right decisions. He's doing the things that are the most important, putting together a team that plays well together. Fundamentals have been a little sloppy on offense this year, but it's the NFL. Right? There's ups and downs with every team, even teams that win the Super Bowl. Not everything's always perfect, and there's times in the season when the fans are pissed at the coach. That's just totally normal.
Jason,
I get it.
Quick follow-up for you guys. Because my argument has been if they make the playoffs and whether they win a first-round game, lose a first-round game, my suggestion is he doesn't want lame ducks. He doesn't want to give 5-year extension. If the Packers came to Matt LaFleur and Goody and said, hey, Ed Policy says, look, I don't want you guys to be lame ducks, but what we did this year was not good enough. I'd like to extend you each by 1 more year. So you're not in a lame duck season. You're not in a walk season. You will have another year. And of course, if you do get fired, you get paid that money. Would you, if you're Matt LaFleur, do you take that, or do you say, you know what? I want to bet on myself. I'd rather be a free agent after this season if you think what I'm doing isn't good enough.
I think that's maybe your bluff. But I don't know if coaches
pass up money.
do that, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be sitting there talking in front of the team without a contract the next season. Like, it's just too much of a distraction as a head coach. You don't want that. As a head coach, they are masters of eliminating distractions around them. They hardly do anything that doesn't have a direct correlation to helping their team win in that moment. And you don't want that hanging over your head. And I think he takes the 1 year, even if maybe there's something written in there about, out clauses and things of that nature. But there's no way I think he would just say, nah, I'm good. I'm going to play it out and see what happens.
And it's very difficult standing in front of a room, especially if you get off to a slow start and players looking at it and saying, I don't even know if this guy's going to be here.
Yeah, how are you going to get you guys to play for you? You don't want to be in that position as a head coach.
To get as a coach. First off, it's hard enough as a coach to get 53 guys to buy into roles and everything else.
A lot more money than you.
And they're going to look at it and say, if you give anybody any reason to not believe or trust in what you're trying to do, that is very much business negligence, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would certainly agree. All right, Barb's favorite part of the program will have to be abbreviated.
Did she say that?
Today.
Did she say Barb's favorite part of the program?
Well, no, I just assume if Jesse's her favorite member of the cast, then his portion of the program would be her favorite.
I would think anytime Jesse is, the numbers game, whatever it is, but
we don't play that
we do need to hear your great question that you asked, that Vinny and the boys on Wisconsin's Morning News this morning told me, make sure you tell Will the attaboy. You must have elicited a great response from Matt LaFleur yesterday. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. I know Jesse.
Okay, that's good.
I know Jesse asked a question of Barry Alvarez.
He wanted to slap me.
He said he wanted to slap him. So I
who
think
asked
that's
the better
question we probably need to
we
play.
could do who did it better? Us Weekly style.
We'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella at 855-PELLA-WI or visit online at PellaWI.com/radio.
This is Kevin Moret from Mentality. Every day is a silent competition, and with testosterone dropping 1% annually, you're fighting an uphill battle. Your colleagues notice when you lose your edge, your partner senses when your confidence wavers, and without addressing low T, you're set up to fail. No willpower can overcome this hormonal deficit. Mentality's FDA-approved treatments have shown a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Don't let low T define you. Reclaim your power at mentalityhealth.com/radio. That's mentalityhealth.com/radio.
Win a pair of tickets to see Green Bay host Chicago on December 7th, which includes access to Green Bay's upscale tailgating destination, the Tundra Trio. 3 upscale homes just steps from the stadium, featuring next-level pre- and post-game festivities with gourmet food and premium drinks. Thanks to Dr. Pepper and ESPN Wisconsin. Enter to win now at ESPNWisconsin.com. Wherever you watch the game, nothing hits like the bold signature flavor of Dr. Pepper. Enjoy an ice-cold Dr. Pepper during your next visit to McDonald's. No purchase necessary. Enter by November 23rd.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Upgrade to Iron Jock. Available now at ironjock.com.
Time out on the field. Let's bring in Gina Della from Pella. What's the winning game plan this month?
Wayne, a whole house of new windows for as low as $297 a month with 0% interest for up to 6 years.
Wow, that's a drive you can sustain for years. No penalties, no extra interest.
And unlike opponents, Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin actually stops the drafts.
Don't sit on the sidelines, folks. Make your move today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 11/30/2025. It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, the official banking partner of Marquette University and home to Marquette Checking with free ATMs nationwide.
Despite an 89-82 loss, Marquette showed a lot as Chase Ross led all scorers with 31 points, attacking from deep and at the line as Zayd Lowry also added 18 points and 8 boards, helping Marquette erase an early 11-point deficit and tie it at 42 all at halftime. The Golden Eagles even led 64-60 before Maryland's 12-0 run flipped the momentum. Still, Marquette dominated the offensive glass with 20 rebounds, turning hustle plays into 25 second-chance points. Here's head coach Shaka Smart after the game.
And obviously they made some big plays, and then we felt like 100 layups down the stretch. But it's kind of what happens when you don't put your best foot forward on the defensive end the way you need to.
The Golden Eagles will continue the homestand Wednesday against Dayton.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, the official bank of Marquette University.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year. But for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades. Roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
You're listening to Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN. Presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Well, Vinny and Eric and Pancake on Wisconsin's Morning News on 620 WTMJ. We'll have to wait till tomorrow to get to my question, which I had so many good questions yesterday. I don't even know which one they're talking about.
That's how you're spinning it.
And then there was, of course, the one where it appeared that maybe the camera operator fell asleep during my question. So instead,
that's a long day for those camera people.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not sure it is.
Tausch, you're carrying water for the cameraman's union. Great job there, buddy.
I'm laughing because we all know Jason. You like asking long questions.
I like getting good answers.
Detailed man.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse asked a question, though, of Coach Alvarez yesterday.
This will go well.
Without further ado, I turn it over to Barb's favorite cast member.
Do you think that Coach Fickell can get Wisconsin to where Coach Bielema has Illinois right now?
I don't see why not. We've been there before. I mean, it's not like it's uncharted territory. You know, we've been to the top of the league. We've beaten everyone in the league. You know, I don't think Luke's intimidated by Ohio State or Michigan or Penn State or Oregon or anyone else. But you got to go do it. But we have done it before. It's not like it's impossible. You know, you're taking a team that's never won before and expect them to win the league. This school's been to the Rose Bowl. It's won the league. It's had success before. So you know it's done. But to me, it all starts with keeping those kids in Wisconsin at home. You know, if you have 8 good ones, 8 Division I players, those 8 have to play for us. Okay, because they can play for anybody, or you're going to end up playing against them. And so, if you want to do that, that's where it starts.
Guys, you think that Coach Fickell can get Wisconsin to where Illinois is now with Coach Bielema and surpass it?
Absolutely, where Illinois is for sure. I mean, if he could get there, he could get to the next level too. But you know, to get there is going to take some work, and we got to recruit the state. And we got to keep those guys in the state, as Coach said, and then we got to pull the right pieces together.
I would hope that our expectation would be no. Illinois has not done what Wisconsin's done. Like what? What
it's a clown
in the
question,
hell?
bro.
Like no.
That's almost
back to where we were.
Question. That's actually an embarrassing question. Humiliating.
I don't like it, Jesse.
Yeah, but did he say what Wisconsin?
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Notice.
Wow.
That went a long time. It turned quick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He gave like a serious answer, and then the next thing you know, he's saying he's going to slap you.
Yeah. I think he was so surprised that somebody would have The gall.
The temerity.
Wow, look at you.
Be able to ask such a
I
humiliating
when I
embarrassing
followed up
question.
with they were running out of time, but I said, am I wrong? Is Illinois not a level above what Wisconsin's been the last couple of years?
Yeah, but you don't aspire to be 4-3 in the conference right now, which is where they are. Like, I understand they're better than us right now, but that's not where Wisconsin wants to be. We want to be at the top of the league.
Is Barry good with Bielema?
He said yes. He said obviously the ending was.
That is not what I asked.
Is what?
No, I know what he said.
No, okay. I would tell you this. Brett and Barry, I think there was obviously some consternation at those two are in a good place.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
He told stories about how they would go on walks at noon every day.
Yeah, that was when he was here. I'm saying there
and
was a cold stretch.
Yeah, there was. Yeah,
and now those two get along fine.
Yes, he said last night they're in a good spot. Yes.
Now Jason does not. He's still blocked.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with him blocking me. I'm also okay with Reggie Miller because I don't really want to say anything from Reggie Miller either. Tausch, what I do want to see is you telling me about Prize Picks.
Yeah, and I'm still irritated about Sunday with Jordan Love not getting that 9th yard rushing. That was irritating. Josh Jacobs, why didn't we review if he scored the touchdown? If he does, Old T would have been cashing in, but Prize Picks is still a really fun way to play. It's as simple as it gets. All you do, pick more or less on 2 players, get them right, cash in. They also, Prize Picks has stacks. Pick the same player up to 3 times in one lineup. You want more on Giannis's points. Well, I'd hold off on that. But the good news is, if you do have a player like Giannis who gets injured, you got injury reboots. Your player leaves in the first half, which Giannis did, doesn't return, it won't count as a loss. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. Again, that is code WI on Prize Picks. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
We'll wrap things up with the meat guy, the meat Santa, Joe Thomas. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch continues next on 94.5 ESPN, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, and sponsored by American Family Insurance.
Looking for a fun and meaningful way to kick off the holiday season? Join us for the 20th anniversary of Capco's Kids to Kids Toy Drive, Saturday, December 13th at the Kasmeric Center in Grafton. This free, family-friendly event is a celebration of giving. Bring a new, unwrapped toy and help brighten the holidays for children and families in need across Wisconsin. To learn more or get involved, visit kidstokidstoydrive.com and join us on December 13th in Grafton.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, you can get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and 0 interest financing for 12 months. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking to escape the cold or take a midday break? Get your game on at Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, where it's always golf season. Play more than 2,000 courses, including over 50 right here in Wisconsin. And even that famous course where they hand out green jackets. Top tech simulators, great food, and the best Bloody Marys around. This is your year-round slice of summer. Bays start at just $35 an hour, Monday through Friday. Book your bay today at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Hey, it's your friend John McGivern. In a world full of chaos, I'm grateful for a health plan that has my back. Network Health is so reliable and trustworthy, they always put me and over 126,000 members first. It's just what they do and what they've always done for over 41 years. Call 833-7-NETWORK today. HMO and POS plans underwritten by Network Health Plan. Compensation has been provided for using this endorsement of Network Health.
Make the best seat in the house yours. Carbless delivers the handcrafted cocktail experience right to your living room. Bold flavor, no carbs, no sugar, just 100 calories, and all the taste with none of the extra baggage. From kickoff to the final play, Carbless is your game day go-to. Hosting friends, watching with family, or celebrating every big drive, Carbless keeps the good times pouring. So when the game's on the line, make the winning call. Skip the mixing, grab the bliss, and make every seat the best seat in the house. Find Carbless near you at drinkcarbless.com.
You want in on the autumn action at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee? Of course you do. With $300,000 in prizes, who wouldn't? November 1st through the 20th, play with your rewards card for entries. Thursdays, pick your win from a prize board. At the end of the night, all leftover prizes go to one winner in a jackpot drawing. Autumn action. It's going down at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
This is Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN, sponsored by American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
All right, we're out of time. Joe Thomas has to get over to Gotham Bagels and pick me up my salt bagels that I like.
Oh, you and me both, brother.
I am on HallOfFameBeef.com right now. You can see the beautiful Thomas family. You can see the new package that... what is it again? Meat Santa has put together.
Yeah, the Vortex
with Vortex
box, limited release. I think we've got like 60 left right now. I just checked our inventory. We only made 100, and yeah, I mean it's a great value if you add up all those pieces, and then what you're paying for it is about 50% of what it's all worth.
The Deer Camp box is available there. I personally have moved into the Hall of Fame bundles section of the website because I need to order more sticks.
What
and
do you
everything
buy?
else.
You're a big stick guy.
That apple cheddar beef stick is the best beef stick I've ever had, and I am a big fan of those. So that's on my
My
order
kids
list.
agree.
And I've got my hat, so that's the most important thing. All right, Joe, thank you for your time, my friend. We appreciate you. Text us anytime you want to come on again.
Guys, I love this. I completely ignore all of their texts to go on shows, and even when people are like, "We'll pay you," I'm like, "No, I don't want to do that. I want to do what I want to do."
Good news is we never offer that. You actually break
no problem because I just want to do stuff that's fun. If I'm not on the farm or with my kids, I want to do fun stuff, and it's always fun when I get to come.
We
and hang out with you
appreciate
guys.
you,
So
Joe
thank you.
Thomas, you old rascal.
That was all right.
All right, that's it for us today. Back to Barb's favorite star of the show tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, y'all. It's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat. Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. 414-667-5559.
It's back Black Friday at Ewald Automotive Group, and it's our biggest event yet. Shop vehicles with up to $10,000 off, or 0% financing, or 0 down. We'll do whatever it takes to move all remaining 2025s. Our biggest savings of the year, lowest interest rates, maximum trade values, and huge selection. Black Friday is back now at every Ewald location. On select models with